Today on the Celestial War.
We kill everybody! You see Lump run down, and Lump literally takes the guy, runs through, takes the guy, smashes the guy, and crushes his skull against the wall. Hits another guy, smashes his skull against the wall, then takes another guy and jumps on him and just like takes his whole body and head and just brings him down to the ground. All three kill.
Will they survive? Audio Dungeon.
So, yes, anybody nervous?
I'm not nervous. I thought last week actually turned out better than I thought. We were not in the. I thought we were all done for, and
Oh yeah, last week was great, but this week was gonna
well,
Yeah.
I thought last week was going to be bad. It turned out pretty good, so I'm optimistic.
So this week should be
now
fun,
I'm
then.
nervous. Now I'm
No.
nervous.
Don't worry, Tom. Everything's going to be fine.
It was all going well until
We have a legion of
Let-
pissed off prisoners on our side. I think we got this. All right.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time. We left you guys off in a very interesting situation. You guys are escaping from the lock and key prison that is located in Ravensclaw in the world of Andaria. So you guys are in there, in that prison trying to escape with the help of the fans who've made third level characters. They should be, hopefully everybody, if you are playing, don't forget to be on Twitch where you'll be rolling. They're helping you escape, and you guys did pretty good. You guys have managed to break out at least of the guards that were ferrying you from upstairs downstairs into the docks to work on the boats. So you guys made your escape while the guards were breaking you. It was a tricky situation because there were about 16, 15 guards, and you guys just charged in one way, charged backward the other way, and Gathered, one of the fans' characters, started off with a lightning that really helped out. Shiva was deflecting some bullets from the guards. The guards have all rifles in their hands. They're all pirates with guns, and it was a very tight situation. Everyone was helping out. So Brooke was in with them in Sunken City. She was with Raphael, Argon, Two Mage, and Onyx, and you left and teleported. Well, you don't know where to teleport, and you imagine it's back to Sunken City. I mean, it's back to Ravensclaw, but you're not sure yet. Okay, so who wants to go first? Call it out, and we're gonna go with you first.
I'm gonna go second.
Okay, Brooke or Dan, who wants to go?
Yeah.
I'll go.
All right, let's go. All right, go ahead, Brooke.
Okay.
yeah, I'm in it. Let's go.
Everybody's a
Okay. So Brooke, they take you in. I want you to roll roll d20 for me,
Hey,
and we're gonna see how.
what are you looking for?
10.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
The higher the better in this one.
Okay. A 9.
A 9. Okay, so they teleport you. You're kind of just like lost in the scene. You're not looking at your surroundings too much, and you're just kind of there, and they just teleport you over. The teleportation process happens fast. You see everyone around you disappearing in twos. They eventually take you, and all of a sudden, you're not standing in Ravensclaw. In fact, you're standing in Rhaegar. And you see you're teleported right to like the dock below, and immediately Argon starts walking, and everybody starts walking up, and you're kind of shuffled along with them. Okay?
Okay.
So now everyone's kind of very serious. They seem like they have a game plan. Do you want to role play with them, or do you want to just go with the flow? Your choice.
Let's just go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Okay, so they walk up a whole bunch of steps. It's Rhaegar is that city, the gnomish city that you guys were just recently at earlier in this season, and they bring you up all the rope bridges and all this stuff that's in a hollowed out inside of a mountain. You finally go up, and Argon kind of like. Yeah,
it's inside of a volcano. Okay.
It kind of looks like an inside volcano. Yeah.
Better visual.
Yeah, for the visual. So they bring you up, and Argon starts walking up to the top. They eventually get up to where the king is, and you guys are about to go in and see the king. Okay. So I'm going to stop you right there, and we're going to go over to Vin Vin, you just fired off the cannon. You blew up the guards near you. You can hear voices up top, and the voices sound familiar. Do you join them?
No, I do not. I want to see if there's any other guards coming from within the dock area before I even poke my head out from the boat.
Okay. You look around. You do not see any guards.
Are there any workers down here?
There's about 2.
There's only 2 workers.
And after the explosion, you see them like trying to figure out what happened. They don't know what's going on. They're kind of like hiding. They don't seem like they're causing you any kind of problem. At least right now, not right now.
What about like engineers or anything like that?
That's kind of what they are.
Okay. All right, and that's just on this boat or within the cavern?
There's only 1 boat in this area, and right now is only about 2. There might be a third one. You're not sure. And there weren't a lot of guards near because there weren't any prisoners here. So there were about 4 or 5.
Okay. All right. So then, I actually begin to reload the cannon, if I can.
Okay.
All right, just to have it ready. The one that's aiming at the steps.
Okay.
So that's gonna be my.
You start reloading the cannon. We're gonna go back up top to the middle where you guys are, and you guys have just fought off the guards around you. And now I'm bringing it up so you guys can see it in the stream. So you guys are basically in the middle of this whole lock and key prison on the steps between below the docks, a couple different tunnels and stairs that go to the different docks around the island and underneath, and the upstairs, which you already hear commotion. So you have the idea that obviously guards in some proximity are hustling around, that they know something is wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna allow 30 seconds to pass from there, which is all the role playing, and in that time, from what everybody was.
Nope.
Oh boy.
So Hogar, what we doing?
What do you want to do while he's
Yeah,
gone? What are we doing?
Yeah. Hogar, what we doing?
Are we going
Go
to
for
get
the storeroom. The
Yes.
storeroom?
The storeroom was the plan, right?
Yeah, I
Storeroom.
think we're gonna try.
We
While-
gotta rush.
Yeah. While we're keeping an eye out for anyone firing at us from inside the walls, we'll try to make a break to the vault to get our stuff.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. So in that 30 seconds, before that, well,
I just had a question for you.
sure.
So, we're in that room in the middle on the right, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What's the light source? How do we
Torches.
Can we see anything? All right. I start
Torches.
I start gathering as many torches as I can, and I start handing them out. How many torches are there?
In this area, there's about 3, I would say.
3. Okay. I take a torch. I give one to Lump, and I give another one to Botorius. I say,
All right.
Well, to Victorious. Okay.
we have to find a way. If they start firing at us from inside the walls, we need to find a way to use these torches and somehow light a fire inside the walls to smoke them out of there.
I like lighting fires if you need someone to volunteer.
I would love for someone to volunteer.
Here you go. Take this torch. I give him the torch.
It's like bigger than me. I'm just. All right.
Seems like he's
I think he doesn't have any hair
the
to
task.
burn off.
I really want to stay on this
Gotta watch out for the
goblin
beard.
good side. Creeping me out a little bit. All right. What does everyone else seem to be doing?
Lump runs up to the quote unquote murder holes, and he blocks them off. And he goes, "We need block these." And he kind of puts his hands over it.
Is there anyone firing at him from them?
As right now, no, but you hear commotion.
Okay.
We gotta move now.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
we should get over to this murder hole hallway.
Yes, let's get to that room.
towards
They're
the
not-
inventory.
let's go. Yeah.
Let's
Okay, so just
get a move on.
So just to clarify, if any vans are looking at the the map right now, you're going to see one map on the one part of the map. On the right side of the map, you're going to see circles with all little dots around it. That room, right above that room, in that hallway, that's two down and 6 across. That's where they are. Those are the steps, and they're about to go left, I believe, through a door that has 2 of those murder holes on the side. And those slits, they're all around this dungeon in this prison, in all the various spots that the guards could be maintaining control, or at least trying to assert their control. So you guys go back to the door. Do you guys go through the door?
No, I say to everyone, if you can pick up a guard body, take a meat shield if you can.
I can't.
Bad
I'm just
idea.
gonna stay low.
Okay. If you can't take a meat shield, stay low and stay behind us who have meat shields. Got it?
Okay, so you can see that some of the prisoners that are with you are grabbing the armor from the dead guards, and they're actually stuffing it into the murder holes, at least they can, block the sight. So they do that in the two ones right there.
I would
All
like
right,
to. I'd like to remove some straps from some of that armor, and then kind of get myself a makeshift harness going. So I want to find the biggest person in the room and offer to mount up on their shoulders with my whips.
Okay, it'd be Lump. Well, actually, it would be Hogar. Hogar's taller than Lump by far.
Well, whoever's more melee, I guess you're both pretty melee inclined, huh? Wait,
Oh yeah.
you want me on your shoulders, Dan?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, strap up.
I
I can make some little foot stools or whatever, foot stirrups at the bottom. Get ready to go. Sorry, Tom, go ahead.
No, it's all right. I'm overcome by the master blaster of it all. It's, Apparently, I cut you off. The keys that I found. I know one key is clearly a vault key. Do any of the keys look like they might open some of the prison cells?
So you guys checked through the keys in the roleplay thread. Everybody was looking through them, and what you guys found out pretty quickly is that all the keys in there were the same. These keys did not open up. Well, there's one key that opens up the door right there, which the guards had, but the rest of the keys are not to any doors. They're all the same key to your shackles. So all of you guys are released from your shackles within.
I was just going to ask if we had done that. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So last week you guys were all fighting within the shackles, just holding the guns the best you could, firing, and some of you, because of the bloodlusting, just the raging, just breaking it apart and charging in, which is awesome.
Sorry, I got one
we-
question. If you don't mind. How big did you say the holes were? The murder holes.
They're about 3 inches by 6 inches. 6 inches high, 3 inches wide.
Okay.
All right. One last thing. We've picked up all working guns, right? We didn't leave any weaponry behind, even if we don't know how to use it.
There are a
we
lot
don't wanna
more
leave
guns on the
weapons
floor.
Everyone
I have
who
12
has
guns
hands,
just stuffed into my back pocket.
yeah. Everyone who has hands, pick up a gun,
All right, I'll grab one.
right? If you don't know how to, if it's out of bullets, use it as a club.
I'll strap a couple of them to my
Yeah.
back, even though I'm mostly a whip guy, but never know.
Gather, the Dragonborn prisoners with you, says, "We don't have time for this. We need to move."
All right.
Yeah.
He's right. Let's go.
I agree.
Who opens the door
Go. Me.
and dies? I mean, who opens the door?
Listen at the door. I listen at the door.
You listen
Before
to the
we
door,
open
and you hear yelling and commotion. And as you listen to the door, you hear something which everyone hears also, is a loud bell. That's like ding 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 ding. It's going off.
Oh,
That's probably for us.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Maybe someone is getting married.
yeah.
Playing our song, man. They're playing our song.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's what you hear. What do you do?
Go
right.
through the door.
So I go.
Yep.
I'm the first one through the door. I burst it open with my meat shield, and what do I see?
Burst open the door. As you look at the map, you see that there's a long hallway in front of you. You can instantly hear the guards talking, and you can tell that they're behind those murder holes that are located right in the center room, smack in the middle of the map. So there's a bunch of guards in there. You're seeing the other 2 doors, which is one to your left and one to your right, are both closed.
All right, I'm gonna look at the door to my left. Kick it open.
Okay, you go to the door, and you hit it really hard, and make a roll.
My strength modifier.
Yeah, you throw your strength into that.
Okay. That is 18. 19.
Nice.
19. Okay, so you see the door was meant to withstand somebody, and you just kick right through it and make that gnome who built it look like a chump.
Good job.
You hit the door. You hit the door right in the middle. You see the door like flies open, and the hinges break there. And you see on the other side of it, there's a few guards lined up, and the guards let loose. They fire down.
All right, I am on his back too, so don't forget.
Yeah.
I do have a meat shield also
You've got one on your
Are you
back.
holding it in front of you?
in front of me.
Okay. So I'll give you we'll give you a. He's not that big on you. I'll give you a +3 to your armor class. Sound good?
Yes.
Get down. Unfortunately, the first roll is a natural 20. Sorry.
Get out.
Sorry. Yeah. The next one is a 19. Unnatural 19. How to get up to that? What is that a hit for you or no?
That a 19. My
Yeah.
my unarmored defense brings me to. What did you give me, a +3?
Yeah.
19's a hit.
18's a hit. And two more. Last one. That's a miss and a miss. 9 damage. And
that's all the damage you
0
take.
damage.
You don't have to worry about.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
0
all
damage.
That's it. 9 damage.
It sounded like a 4, guys. Come on.
You got a hangnail.
that's
So
sorry. That's 18 damage and 14 damage. As the first one was a natural 20.
Not 4. Sorry.
Wait. All right.
18 and a 14.
All right.
Douglas Kramer is saying DR. They actually do have DR right now. Thank you to Evan Monez for giving us some enhancements today. So they are packed with some enhancements. And did you guys use that healing from the other time?
Not yet.
No, we haven't used it. And do we have we had a hero's choice from a long time ago that we never used? Do we still have that?
What?
I can't verify that or not. It's just I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait
I'll
a
tell you
second.
what,
How
we
many
can-
shares do we at?
I think you did. You might have used it. I don't remember how many shares.
above
I can't
50.
tell right now.
We were above 50 very early on in the stream.
Yeah,
when I checked
59.
it.
Awesome. Good. So thank you guys for getting the shares up to 50. That means that all the rerolls, enchantments, and enhancements that they can use are now valid. So they can use them if they want. So that is a huge help to them.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I have some
So
enchantment? Okay.
you do have one. You were given one
Yes.
by Evan.
Yes,
and
no, I know.
But your other one is gone.
I still have a reroll from someone gifted to me from last week as well. I'm pretty
A
excited.
reroll, yeah. That's awesome.
I have one.
Okay.
minute.
Awesome. So that's the first round. They open up surprise round and they fire through. That's what happened. The shield, the meat shield in front of you, takes a lot of the hits. We can start with Dan and Lee. You guys can go first.
How many are there?
There are 6 in this hallway. But sorry, I should replace. There are 4 that followed at you, but there are 6 in the hallway.
Okay.
4 that fired at you.
Okay. So I will. I guess I'll charge in with Lee on my shoulders, and a meat shield in front of me.
I also have the charger feat, so can I gain the benefits of him doing the charge as well whenever I roll?
Yeah.
Awesome.
you want
Cool. I'm excited because I would have just ran anyway. So move the same speed.
You can both make your attacks.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Why do
One
you guys-
attack, I'm assuming.
One attack because you're moving forward. Yeah, just for both of you. And then next round you take.
With being a dual wielder, don't I get one as a bonus action as well? With the
Yes, you do. Do you have to hold on to Dan at all or no?
Yeah, I would imagine. I'm just gonna use one then. That makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
That's a 26.
Same here, actually. Same number.
Is that
26.
Is that a hit? That's your attack?
Yeah,
Attack.
for both of
Yeah,
us. Yeah.
those are by far hits.
Yes.
Okay, everyone.
Good.
Everybody who's playing one of the prisoners in the background, you can roll your attacks to hit these guys. You need a 19. Actually, you don't need a 19 anymore. I had it set as 19 because you guys had shackles on, so now it goes down to a 16. It's even easier.
Yes.
What'd you say, Mike?
Are we able to follow suit as well, the rest of the people in the hallway?
You can probably fire something around the sides. That shouldn't be a problem.
Cool.
So any prisoners, you need a 16 actually to get a hit. So take a shot. If you get a hit, you can deal your damage, and then let me know what it is. And try to give it to me all in one shot so I can view everything. Because it's kind of hard. We're running 3 screens.
All right, Tony, I hit him for 14 damage.
And I scored 13 damage.
Okay, so you guys come in. You mangle the first 2 guards that are right there. You kind of try to run in there, even though they have the bullets flying at you. Coming around the left side, let's go over to Damien, Votorius, the dwarf. What are you doing?
I'd like to charge in behind Hogar with one of the bodies I picked up, using it as a shield in the same way.
Okay.
Well, it's easy for me to carry one of those. So.
It's a horrific idea. What's everybody doing? But I understand.
This is a desperate hour, you know.
Hey.
We're breaking out of jail. There's really no hold bars here.
Yeah.
True.
Arnold does it in Total Recall. That means it's okay for us to do.
It's exactly.
Punisher does it as well.
It's called the Arnold standard. It's academic.
Now, how wide is that hallway? Like, is there room for me to go like next to them or not? Or you said there was like 6 guards in there, right?
You had to.
So
That there were 6 guards, and Dan and I took out 2 of them, so there's 4 left.
Also,
and
I
they
think
were
I
all-
remember from last week, each square is 10 feet, so it should be 20 feet across.
Oh, so yeah, it should be plenty of room.
So the hallway's
Tony,
about.
Yeah, I was
the
just
hallway's
asking about the hallway a little bit.
Yeah, the hallway's about 20 feet wide. It's actually very wide as they're hustling. It's made to hustle like lines of prisoners back and forth, and the door's
Alright,
right
so
in the
I'll
middle.
run right in. I'll run in.
Yeah. Okay, so you run in, make your attack.
Okay. 20, not natural.
That is a hit.
Let me see. Okay. 5 damage.
Do you want to hit one of the other guys that somebody else attacked, or a new guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we have 5 damage onto it. Got it. Next up is Mike. What are you doing, Mike?
Cool. So I rolled a clean over a 20 for my shot, and that's going to do 12 piercing damage with the gun. And then my Spectre is also following suit with the melee people, and rolled a well over 20 again, and got 12 necrotic damage.
Okay, so I'll just say you guys attacking the same guy. Why don't you remind the audience about how your Spectre came into being?
Yeah, so when I slayed a humanoid in that hallway fight, I used my Hexblade energy to pull its Spectre out of its body, and its Spectre now fights with us.
Which is awesome. Okay, so between you and the Spectre, you guys take down a guard. You shoot the guard with the gun you had, right? Or no?
Yep. Yes,
okay.
yes.
So you shoot the guard with the gun, and the Spectre goes over and finishes him off. And the guards are freaking out because there's literally a ghost in front of them, plus the prisoners.
In a pirate hat.
In a pirate hat. Of course. Rob, you're up.
Okay, I'm actually just a little very tight, so I'm not going to get involved with the action in front of us. I'm just going to stay in the back and just wait. And if anyone comes at us from the other direction, just ready to start firing.
Okay, you got it. Tom.
Oh, I want to see. I want to see if I can look down this hallway and see what is in there besides guards that are getting killed.
The only thing you can see is that there were 4 guards lined up the hallway, and the second the door burst open, in that first round, the guards fired, and 2 guards ran in to assist. So there is a door to the right, but before the door, which you're going to find out more about, is more murder holes, which there's 3 right there.
Okay. All right. Is there? Do I see any guards who are uncovered? Like that I feel like I can get an open shot at?
Yeah. Yeah, the hallway's wide enough where there's definitely a few guards. So 3 guards have been targeted out of the 6 so far.
All right, I'm going to target a 4th guard, and I'm going to try and shoot at him with this gun, which I've never done before.
Such a Dungeons and Dragons statement. I'm going to find that guard and shoot him at him with my gun.
That's it, right? I am, by
I'm
the
a
way...
wizard.
Yeah. Well, worst comes to worst,
kind of wand.
Gotta learn sometime, right?
it's a rifle. Worst comes to worst, I'll use it as a quarterstaff. But I am laying down, by the way. I want to be as low as possible to avoid
Okay,
any
go
kind
prone.
of crossfire. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, you go prone to the ground and you fire. Make your roll. You do not know how to use this gun, so you have to roll with
Correct.
disadvantage.
Okay.
And that goes for anybody who's trying to use a gun who has no idea. Roll with disadvantage.
What is my modifier?
If you
Dexterity or
you can use dexterity.
I don't
Yes.
know Okay. Well,
Next, yeah.
Okay, that doesn't help, but it doesn't hurt. Okay. No, I don't hit. 13.
13. Okay, so you do a shot. It goes wide. Let's check out here what's going on. So Scott Weber is running Lump right now. Lump comes running through, and he starts going to attack. And let's see what happens here. Scott, give me all of your attack, your damages, that your hits on one shot. I see that you have at least 2 hits, and you may even have a third. 26 damage. Oh my God, they're all kills.
Lump, shove the guards in the murder holes, Lump. Shove them into the murder holes.
I'm assuming that you guys have activated Lump's ability.
We have.
Because that's,
Yeah.
or at least Scott has, because that's where he's going off right now. So you guys come in. Some of you jump on the floor. Tom goes down to the floor. Mike is firing with the gun. The Spectre eats somebody's soul right in front of you. That's not disturbing anyway.
No, it's fine.
Dan and Lee are half giant and goblin run inside, do some damage. Artorius runs down the side, and then you see me kill everybody. You see Lump run down, and Lump literally takes the guy, runs through, takes the guy, smashes the guy, and crushes his skull against the wall. Hits another guy, smashes his skull against the wall, then takes another guy and jumps on him and just like takes his whole body and head and just bring him down to the ground. All 3 kill people. Everyone has died that Lump has touched.
Yeah.
Lump smash.
Got one of your crew, mate.
That's Lump's ability. So now, yeah, Lump just pretty much takes it out.
He's
okay,
a wizard.
So let's see.
He's a wizard.
Yes, he's also
He's,
a wizard.
he's casting bloodlust on himself. So Gathard, the Dragonborn whips a dagger through. And he hits a guard for 18 damage. He actually hits one of the guards you guys targeted. That's the guard that you hit. You see a dagger hit the guard right after you hit him. The guard.
Ooh, just like that.
Drops just like that.
Wow.
Just like that. That guard was done. Out.
Gathered, that is a deadly attack. You knocked out our DM for a moment.
You
All right.
hit through the 4th wall.
Oops.
Nice reference. I
Dagger.
like that.
Hey, can't wait
We
till
were
we're back in the
discussing-
studio.
We were discussing that attack that just happened.
So Livmore runs in and stuffs some of the other armor into the murder holes where there's guards right there, and she blocks them up. And roll the 5. Okay, so Volt comes up, nothing there. He misses. Shooting through the. Oh, you did hit. Okay, so Volt comes over. Volt's a changeling. Comes over and he sticks in the second murder hole that's not covered and fires and does 10 damage, hitting a guard on the other side. And you hear the guard Wilhelm scream on the other side. We're gonna roll a morale check for the guards right there, which they flee. So that was 1, 2, 3. There's 1 guard left. 1, 2, 3 died. 4, 5. 1 guard left. He like his eyes like hanging out. He's limping and he just runs for his life. And he runs down the hallway towards the front door. And
We get attacks of opportunity on him.
Yes. Let's see what we got. Let's see. I might have missed somebody. There's a lot of people coming in. Okay, so we'll see the first person, whoever's in the front right there. The shot's been fired. I'm not gonna get to me with a gun. I'll give it to Holgar and Zog. You can take a free attack. Try to get that guy.
Tony, let me know when I can go and do something.
Alrighty.
Hellfarge, what did you do? Let me see. Hellfarge is a gunslinger.
Useful
16 plus
now.
3, 19.
You said a 16 was the hit, the AC.
Oh yeah, so Orlander gets hit. Okay, so you don't even have to do anything, guys, because Orlander comes in here and takes a gun that he picked up and blows the guy away that's running, and that does that. That's the guy who took 14 damage plus 5 damage plus 16 plus 3, 9 damage. All damage he did. That ends the 6 guards completely. Guys, on Twitch, what you can do for me is you're doing a lot of rolls, a lot of attacks. What you can do is give me one thing and put like round action on it, and then just put attack, whatever it is, and put your damage, wherever it is, because otherwise it's hard for me to go back in the stream and read the entire thing down. Okay, I'll keep it moving. You guys are in the middle hallway, looking down. You've cleared it out. What do you want to do?
Onward! Gear time, baby. Let's do it.
Okay, so you travel down, which is your forward. Which way do you turn when you come to?
Hogar turns to his left.
Okay. Hogar, you turn to your left. You move forward.
Our left, Hogar. Jeez. I'm on your back.
Oh yeah, okay. Hogar and Zog's left.
Okay, Botorius, you get hit. You're gonna take double. You get hit from the murder holes in the side. There's still 2 left. You take 14 damage from that.
I'm gonna dip out of there as well if there's people still shooting.
Yeah. So Hogar, you move down the hallway. You turn left. You have a door to your immediate left and right, and a door all the way down the hallway. Which way do you go?
I'm gonna go all the way down the hallway.
Okay, go down the hallway to the end. Okay, we're gonna hold off here 1 second, and we're gonna go back to Abyssia.
Ooh.
Abyssia. So you guys walk up and you see Argon is basically like pacing back and forth, and you see him turn to Onyx, and he's like, this is going to get very bad very soon. Yes, I would say so. I think things are already bad. But just to see what we can do and handle it as best we can. Argon looks concerned, and they finally King Bellaman comes in, and he walks up. He goes, well, he goes, hello. He goes, I don't have time to talk with you unless you have some sort of solution for me. What am I supposed to do here? He goes, well, we are here to help, of course. Because what are you gonna do? You have no ships. You have no army. And you see all of a sudden someone come over, and it's like an advisor. And you see all the gnomes are wearing like some kind of armor on, like they're in some kind of middle of some kind of war. And he goes, I'll be back in 1 second. And he walks over and he starts yelling and talking with the rest of them. You can roleplay it, but.
King Argon and Onyx, I have to tell you that back there in Raven's Claw, we were unable to use any kind of magic in the prison. I don't know if that's going to be how that's going to hurt us going in and helping them. I don't know what your plan on is when we get there.
Well, that is quite odd. I have to see what it is. Some sort of anti-magic show. I would say, yeah, probably it's like an anti-magic show, or probably even like one of those like green ones they use. If I was building a prison, I would probably take all like the green gems, and I would put them in a way that like nobody can get them except for me, of course, because you have to be exactly as smart as my IQ level. Yes, well, we will take care of it as best we can.
Okay.
So they seem just waiting. Do you roleplay anything else?
I say that my bardic powers seem to still work within the walls, but I do think that my bardic abilities. But I do think that it is possibly gems. I believe Raphael is correct, as he so often is.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Brooke, it was
You know,
almost
it's hard
like you
sometimes.
started saying that.
It's hard because sometimes it's hard to give yourself a pat in the own back because you really have to reach to really do it right. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. All about
You
that.
see, King Bellman comes back in. He goes, "So what do you want? What are you gonna do?" Argon says, "Relax." He goes, "Majesty, relax. As one nation to another, I would like to offer you an alliance. We will take down Raven's ships together." You have no ships. What are you gonna do? What do you in 4 people? 5 people? Oh, you have a gnome that is slightly lit with some sort of electricity. Is that your entire army?
Are you gonna give us
Well,
some ship?
Right now it is. That's what we're gonna do. So then who is staying? And who's gonna be at the Sunken City? If you can help me, if you can do anything, then yes, I will help you. And we will become friends and we will control the seas, of course, without Raven. But for now, Rhaegar's under attack. The Sunken City's under attack. And your team, your heroes, so-called, are in Raven's Claw. So I don't know what you expect from us. So you make your plan, you present it to me, and if I like it, then we will talk. He goes back over to the advisors and he starts arguing with the advisors. Brooke, you can roleplay.
I want to say he needs to like smell a little lavender immediately because he is gonna get his blood pressure is very bad. King Argon, how do you plan to get over there? How do you plan to help them? What can we do?
Well, we'll have to leave some people here. We'll have to see who we have at the Sunken City. And I believe, Raphael, you said you wanted to look at the contract? Yeah, I was thinking like maybe I could look at the contract really quick. I'm a pretty quick reader, you know, like I can read things like remarkably faster than a normal person. I would say like if you took a normal person and you imagine they were like right here, you would imagine me to be like right like up here, like somewhere really, really high up.
Yeah. Yeah, so high up I can't see anymore. That's about right.
Flew into space.
I think Raphael is my favorite NPC. I'm really starting to love him.
He's beginning
Oh,
to
right.
be, yeah.
I love Raphael.
great.
I'm loving it.
And then it's completely off. It's just like, you know, like that far.
Yeah. That's it. I figured. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We got it.
Out of game, Brooke, you're completely not even like registering what's happening right now, I think you're not really
Yeah.
asking an obvious question.
I am. Well, I feel like. How the hell are we gonna get there? I just don't know, King.
Okay.
Can we
She-
fly, man? Can't we like teleport and just be like?
She's so obsessed with what's going on at
Yeah.
at Ravensclaw that she's missing the part about what's happening here.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so
What are you
Argon turn.
Hold on.
Argon turn.
Hold on.
Argon turn.
I just Raphael talking me in friggin' circles. I don't know what's going on. We're at.
You're gonna find out right now.
Okay.
So Argon turns around and goes, okay. So here's what you're gonna do. We have very little time left for the competition, for them to bring the gold back, you know, in the time frame for all that. Unfortunately, that takes a second seat to what's going on. So we need to figure out right now who's gonna go where, because we have a massive invasion from Raven here at Rhaegar, back in the Sunken City, and we have to rescue the heroes in Raven's Claw and somehow get that gold back, because otherwise the future for Sunken City will be very dim. So, Raphael, you're going to get your hands on that document. You're going to be here, and then you're going to help them out. You say you're a speed reader, however that means. Well, then read it very fast, because Provenzano Industry Gnomes contracts are very, very long.
Yes,
So,
they are.
we're now going to figure out very quickly who's going where and what we can do. Now I'm going to stop right there. And Brooke, as a player, you are going to be in charge of what to do and where to send these extremely powerful people. Of course, it'll be them deciding it, but out of game, we're going to let you decide. So, Brooke,
All right.
now that you have all the
I'm getting
information,
a minute, right? I'm
where
getting a
do you
minute.
send everybody?
Didn't I have to get a minute to think about it, right?
I'll come back when I come back to you.
I mean,
I'll come back to you.
okay, thanks.
Give her a list of who she has first, Tony, before we cut off.
Yeah, I have
You have
Onyx, Argon, Raphael.
You have Sparky too.
Okay.
Argon,
Uh-huh.
2 mage.
2 mage,
Okay.
and you.
No, Linger is back there?
Yeah, Linger's back in Sunken City.
Okay.
He's running
Okay,
the joint. It's fine.
And I'm picking people to stay I'm picking people to stay at Sunken City and people to go on to Ravensclaw, correct?
I'm not gonna tell you that unless you ask in game.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to ask anything really quickly?
In game. In game, I would like to ask, yes. In game.
So do it.
Where do we need to send people? To the Sunken City to hold it down there, as well as to Ravensclaw to save the heroes.
They all look at each other and they can tell that you're not grasping it. He goes, 2 mage. Can you show him really quickly? So 2 mage goes, of course.
Oh my god.
He grabs you. He teleports you to Rhaegar onto the top of the mountain, which apparently he's been before because he can teleport there. He teleports you to the top, and you look out top, and to the north of Rhaegar, you see, and this is the first time, if anybody's confused, this is the first time we're mentioning it in game, because it was unknown and nobody knew this was happening because you would have known. There is a fleet that looks like it could be like 1,000 ships that is coming in towards Rhaegar for an invasion.
Okay, I see. And
He goes,
damn it.
do you see that? Now, wait for this. He teleports you back. You're back in the Sunken City, and you see Carlinga is like, he's like, well, it's me, Carlinga. So get our ships out in the water. Oh, hey.
Hi.
Sorry, Carl. There are more ships here. Look, he points to a large invasion force of Raven ships, and it looks like the same size forces coming in. And to the south, really far away, you can see the yellow sails of a large Queen invasion force. That's what's happening right now. So he looks at you and I'm sorry I rushed you through this. I didn't take the time to explain it to you, but apparently all of this has been orchestrated. Raven wanted the heroes locked up, all of you. And in the meantime, he's attacking Rhaegar, he's attacking here, and we don't know what's going on with the Queen's forces down there. We can only assume they're working together, although it doesn't seem that the Queen's forces are staying put for now.
Okay, thank you, 2 Major.
We'll go back. He brings you back. You're staying there. So they turn to the king. In game, they turn.
But it's gonna be you. You're gonna have to pick where everyone goes. That's what he's gonna say, I think.
All this teleporting
Choose
is
wisely.
definitely going to make you nauseous.
And remember, we want Rhaegar to be on our side, right? We don't want to screw them and leave everybody, leave them to their own.
Yes, and the
So
Sunken
now-
City must be protected at all costs, as well.
So now King Argon is going to make the decision in game, but Brooke out of game, you're going to make the decision and you're going to decide who goes where, which could radically change the story and lead to a lot of people's deaths. Okay, I'll leave you with that, and then we're going to go
It's all
over.
on you. It's all,
We're going to go over to Vin.
Brooke, it's all on you.
Yes.
At all.
Okay,
We're counting
cool.
on
Yeah,
you.
no pressure.
We're all counting on you.
Okay, Vin, what are you doing?
Okay, so the first thing I want to know is when I fired the cannonball before, right? Did it blow up any of the wall or the steps or anything like that?
A bit. It's all stone, so it did put like a large crater in it, but nothing that's changing too much.
Wait, when you say large, can you give me like some sort of an idea of like what large might mean? There's a method to my madness.
I'd say about like 12 feet.
Wide or deep?
Wide, maybe a few feet deep. And by the way, just a comment in the last section on Brooke. Brooke, 2 Mage actually turns to you and says that he goes, I'll be teleporting now, spot teleporting, because I've never been to Ravensclaw. I only have an idea of where it is. Sparky has been there, so Sparky's going to come with me, help me spot it, and then I'm going to teleport back, and then I'll teleport whoever's coming with me. It's going to take me some time to get there.
And then you'll be able to teleport to Ravensclaw once you spot
Yes.
teleport? Okay.
Yes, this is probably the worst way I choose to travel, but I have no choice, and therefore must nightcrawler my way there.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
he grabs Sparky. He goes, "Ooh, teleportation!" Where did they go away? Okay, sorry. Back to you, Vin.
Okay, so I want to see is there another cannon maybe facing to the left of the steps and maybe up at all, like towards the ceiling, or
No, there's 2 cannons aiming in the general direction towards that cave opening.
okay, all right, so that solves that problem. I grab the small bags of gunpowder that they have that you would use to load the cannon with, right?
Okay.
All right. I grab 2 of them, and
Okay.
I start making my way to the steps.
Okay.
And the-
You climb up the
obviously-
steps.
And the wicks for the cannon that would go into the top to go into the bag of powder.
Okay. So you grab all that. It takes you about a minute to get everything together, and then as far as forces and some participating. So you travel upstairs. You go up, and you're immediately behind the group of prisoners, and you hear all your allies in the hallway. You can join in and role play really quick.
I heard you got a commotion up here. Anybody?
Hey, oh, okay. Hey, yeah, you're alive. That's great.
Yeah. And I got some help. I look around to see like where one of the murder holes are that there's people still inside of.
Yeah, well, they're over here. I pointed to one.
Yeah. So you run up to actually they're in the middle of the battle with it. Remember everything
point
seems
to, like,
calm
which-
right now because we're talking, but in reality you walk in as
No,
there's
I
a
got
battle
it, I got
between
it.
the murder holes.
Yeah.
So
I
which
point to
one
the one that just fired at Scro. I point to that
Yeah,
one.
I just got
I don't
shot.
know which one that is. I was
I-
purposefully not paying attention to it.
Oh, you want to
Okay.
put it on the map? You mean?
yeah. Just tell me which one. Left side, I assume.
The one that's open is the bottom one on the map, the bottom one in that hallway. So it's the third from the door.
The third from the door. Okay.
Yeah. So Evan's character Volt fired through the second one. The first one's blocked, and the third one is still a guy firing through. So I now just timed you up with their second round. That your second round is you running into the whole thing.
I give one of the bags of gunpowder to Finn. I said, "Hold on to this. Make sure it doesn't catch fire." and I continue that third window.
Okay, you go to the third window. I'm going to stop you there. That's the end of your round. Let's go over to some of the viewers here right now. 150 stars from Scott Weber. Thank you. I got your message. I saw. Jason Haynes. How hasn't Abyssia killed him yet? I wonder who she killed. What are you thinking about?
Ooh.
I'm not sure.
Not Raphael. You're not,
Oh,
I know you're not
Raphael.
talking about Raphael.
Oh, no.
No, I can't.
Oh, do you guys all love Raphael now?
Absolutely.
I know I do.
I hate it.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, everyone starts in hate, and then slowly, somewhere in the barometer, they don't know how or when exactly it happens. Then you cross over, and you're like, "Damn it, I love him."
It's
So I'm up
unreal.
to side
It's
for
like,
maybe.
how could you not?
You know, you're very. I make you have very strong feelings about him, and then somehow it just flips to the other side, and you're like, "I don't know what I do about Raphael."
He's just so much better than anyone I've ever met that I just can't help but not.
That's it. His greatness is only outshined by the idea of his greatness.
Exactly.
Yes, that's a quote right there. Dolores Davis is wondering where the magic is. There's no magic yet because they're still being affected by whatever is blocking their magic.
Yes.
Kyle writes his first question, Brooke, can anyone teleport to Ravensclaw? So right now, Two Mage is spot teleporting, which means he looks where he sees. It's like you looking at the horizon and he teleports to the horizon and he keeps going and going and going and going really fast.
Very
That's the only thing he
Nightcrawler.
can do. Yeah, it's like extreme Nightcrawler ability. And when he gets there, then he gets teleport back to Rhaegar, to Sunken City, to Ravensclaw. And Ravensclaw is actually the only one who's ever been, and all our pre-stories and everything else, that character has never been there. So that's the only thing we're getting over right now. Aaron, what's going on? I think I remember that map. Yeah, this map's been up for 3 weeks as they're trying to get out of here. So they're in the prison. They're doing pretty good so far. We're gonna see if they escape. Scott Weber says, Sparky says, this is all your fault. The Collector's Challenge was a farce. Senate Pissy and I, please leave Raphael to protect the king. Okay, so Sparky says before he left, he goes, I don't know who he's talking to though. Scott, I don't know who you're directing it to. I'll just say it. You go, this is all your fault. The Collector's Challenge was a farce. Oh, he's probably talking to the king. He goes, a
The
fixed
king.
game and a lie. Because you, sir, need to stand by your honor and aid us because it is right. Send Abyssia and I. Please, leave Raphael to protect the king. And Argon says, okay, relax here. Two Mage, take Sparky, and then we'll work all this out. Don't worry. No need to yell at other kings. Nick Larkin says, what about the queen? Red City Queen, that is. So the queen is around, but the queen is is busy doing whatever she is in the Red City, you know. So we don't have everyone here because they're everywhere. Obviously, people are doing different things around the world. But you do have the king here, and the king is a very, very high and powerful paladin. So he's extremely, extremely powerful. Let's see. Jarrett Wood says, "Long live the queen." I'm sure she'll love to hear that. Katie Nancy says, "F, we are screwed." Scott Webb says, "Sparky says if we capture the Raven, their force will surrender. It's a good idea." Peter Heffernan says, "The weight of leadership, no pressure though." Scott Weber gives 500 stars. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
When you come in, Thistle, when you run into the area and Lump turns around finally and his blood, actually he can't really, he's a bloodlust, so I guess I'll allow this one, but he can't say much after this. He just goes, he's like looking at you and you see him turn around, he sees you Thistle, and you see like there's literally like blood on his face and he's drooling at the mouth and he just looks at you like he's gonna murder you, but somehow his words sound like he loves you. So it's like, Thistle, you are
Does he have one of the torches?
What? Say again?
Does he have one of the torches?
Did Lump take one of the
he might-
torches? I believe so. Yeah.
I think so.
Lump, I'm gonna need that. Like,
Oh wait, Lump is hugging you with a torch, and you have a bag of gunpowder. We
No.
can roll that.
who said he was hugging me?
No.
Yeah, that's Scott Weber did that. This'll
did he
lives.
already
Me would hug you. Oh no, he says. Oh wait, he says me would hug you, but me busy smashing and casting. Okay, so we're not gonna.
Oh,
We're
that's
not gonna roll.
lucky.
Oh,
I'm not gonna. It's lucky.
Does he?
Nash, thank God for your wording. A+.
Let's see. Gathard has an action on Switch. I'll get to that in a second. Jason Haynes said Raphael hurts so bad. That's how it goes
It's
usually.
so good.
And that's that. Okay, so everybody on Twitch, update me with your round action, what you're gonna do. I'm gonna start reading right now, and we're gonna let the next person go in the stream here. Pretorius, I don't think you took this round yet, right? So you can go.
I got hit and I didn't get to do anything. So
Yeah,
I
you
would
can go take your action.
follow. I'm gonna follow Hogar around the corner because I think they turned the corner and went down the other way.
Okay, and just I'm reading Gathard's action right now. There are no other guards in this hallway yet, but there are guards through the wall right next to you that are shooting through the little murder holes. So Gathard runs over, the Dragonborn picks up a dagger. You could fire the dagger. So Gathard looks at the guards through the murder holes. So Gathard just looks around everybody and he says, "Guns are great, but a dagger never needs to be reloaded. If you can retrieve it, that is." And he pulls a dagger out of one of the dead guards. Okay, so what are you doing with Dorius? Are you gonna try to? You just walking and trying to find everybody else?
I wanted to follow where Hogar went.
Right.
think
Okay.
he turned
So
the
you go around the
corner.
corner.
Yeah.
Got you. Lee, you're obviously with Zog. You're with Holgar 'cause you're on his back. You have no choice.
Yeah. I would like to stay there too, because it's so
It's the
big.
safest place in the room, probably.
Yeah.
Can you do
Plus
me a
have
favor and
10-foot
just?
reach. Go ahead.
Sorry, Lee, I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. Plus, I have a 10-foot reach on the whip, so it's really beneficial to be on top of someone real big like that. That's a melee character, because I can lash out and hit other people.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nice.
Awesome.
You have the high ground.
Yeah, Tom.
Underestimate their power.
Do not underestimate their power.
Where we are exactly, where Hogar is. Let's say he ran down the
So-
hallway. He turned a corner, but I'm a little
So I'm-
confused about exactly on the map. where we are.
Sure. I have to tell you where it is because I'm having trouble with the interface. So you see the room. It's the door on a vertical wall. It's you know that room in the bottom right corner with all like the little rectangles.
Yeah.
It's the door right above it, the left door, not the one that's going up. That's
Okay.
the one that he's ran to from that hallway.
Okay. All right. Good.
Okay, so he's running into that door right now. We're gonna finish up this round. Rob, what are you doing here?
I'm still just gonna maintain my position at the back and just keep moving with the group.
Okay. Vin, we have your round already. Tom, what are you doing? You just trying to catch up, or are you doing something else?
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I remember which room was Wexel's lab?
Yes, and that would make it very easy because you were just there. So give me higher than an 8.
Made it.
Okay.
27.
So the door, the straight door that he's going to, is where you want to go, and then you make a left.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go the same way.
Okay. So you start following. Lump is looking for people to kill. Lump will rage against the gear room door and throw a guard body against the murder holes. The gear room door. Oh, the door to the left, I guess you mean. Okay, so Lump just picks the door to the left and she goes. Doof, 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 doof. Hello. Doof, 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 doof.
Oh my
He just
god.
bash on the door.
Did he drop the torch by any chance?
What'd you say?
Did he drop the torch?
Yes, I'll say he dropped now, so I just rolled a 1 for him banging on the door. So he just bangs on the door breaks down, which is maybe what he wanted or didn't want, I don't know. He rolls a 1, he drops the torch to the ground, and he goes in, and you hear some guards inside like get up, they're like, holy shit! They start getting up, they start running around, they put the tables on it,
No,
and he's like, ah! He runs in. So that happens. Everyone else in the prisoner, you're basically there's no one to do anything right now. Shiva is going over to try to deflect the bullets with an empty gun she finds on the ground. And so basically she's protecting everybody from the murder holes on the side.
Nice.
Dan, you get to that door. Do you try to bash it again or do something else? What do you want to do?
I check it. Is it locked?
The door is locked.
Okay. I yell to Finn. Finn! If there's no one firing, come to the door. Come to where I am. We need the key.
Coming.
You want me to see if I can pick it?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. Zog jumps off your back and starts trying to pick the lock. Make a roll.
That's a deck. It'll be a dex check, basically.
Livmora and Shiva are covering those murder holes in the back. Archie
just
Finch
trying
is
to-
in the rear watching for any guards coming to flank you.
Samuel's coming up by the door as well.
Okay, Samuel's coming to the right door. Evan's character, I think it's Volt. Is it? Remind me if I have it right that it's Volt. I think it's Volt Raider. He's trying to help Thistle set the fuse for the gunpowder. So Volt comes up to you and just tries to help you, Thistle.
All right.
I'll give you a +2 to whatever you're doing.
All right.
Give me 1 second. What's the roll, Lee?
Okay. Yeah, I want to use my reroll to try to give that another shot.
Go ahead.
Okay. 24.
Yeah, you got it. So
Okay,
you
yeah,
try
it wasn't-
it again. You get a little stuck. Then you open it up. The door swings open. Opens right up. You guys go inside. To the right, you see that in this room there is a massive amount of weapons, armor, and items. It's literally in piles, and it's all over the place. It's a bit of a mess. Dan and Lee, you guys are right in. If anybody wants to be in the room, just go. You go in right now. That's your action. You just move into the room. At the same time as this, Rob, you're watching the back door, or you're watching that middle hallway in the center of the whole map. All of a sudden, that door opens, and you see a tremendous amount of guards just fly out. They start coming up, and 3 of them start firing at you. And there's got to be about 15 guards coming in. Natural 20.
Forrest, run!
I rolled a 3, and then this is a 23.
Oh, that's
Okay,
it.
11. Oh, sorry, 22 damage from the first one. Yikes! I rolled the max damage here. 15 damage for the second one.
Okay.
So they shoot. I'll let you take your action right now. Do you want to?
Alright.
Do you attack back or something
I'm
else?
gonna yell out, guys, we got company in the back. And I fire 2 shots at the closest guy. That looks like 1 miss, and 1 is a 25.
Okay, and just to re-clarify, so when they open the door, 3 fire quickly, and the rest of them are running towards you. You stand about 10, 20, 30, about 35 feet away.
Tony, which
imagine.
door is this? The main door that we came in from initially?
It's the door in the center of the map. That hallway is in the center of the map. They're coming from the top, and Arky is on the bottom door of that center, watching the bottom. It's all happening right in the middle of the map.
So as I fire, I'll also try and pull back as much as possible towards the rest of the group, if there's any room. I don't know where everyone is. Me.
Wait, so we...
Yeah, would we even hear him where we are now?
Will you hear him? Well, yes. Yeah, he's not that far away from the rest of you guys. Because you guys, some of them are still there. The prisoners are still there. Mora is right there, are blocking some of the halls, the holes in the wall that the guards are in. So most of the back half of the group is still there.
Could you just clarify which room that Holgar and I myself just like walked in and Zod?
The lower right room where all those rectangles are?
It's the one on the bottom right? Okay, cool.
Bottom right. A lot of the front half of the party has run into that room.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to clarify. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't pull up the writing tool right now. It's
no, it's fine. I got it. The bottom right hand corner.
And I'm like totally confused. And the guards that just came and attacked Arky are coming from
from the top huge room on the top right of the map.
Okay. So they came in from the steps that go down.
They came down into the hallway, yes, that long hallway, and Arky, they came down to that top door, and Arky is at that bottom door. So they're only about 35 feet away from each other.
Gotcha.
And I did 8 damage to the guard I hit.
8 damage, got it.
And I just kind of, start to pull back a little.
Okay.
Melee guys can get in there.
Okay, how far can you move after you attack? So I can place you where I have
20.
it. 20 feet.
25 feet.
Okay, so you basically moved to about two dead boxes.
So he's at like the last murder hole then, basically where I was.
Right. Yes,
okay.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. I just want to make sure I got my situation.
So you back off. You're with Livmore, Gathard, and a bunch of the other guys. Lump is still in that room with all the circles. The circles and dots are actually tables. It's basically like a mess hall for the guards. I know they're saying it looks like gears, which it does look like gears. Okay, so front half of the party, you make it into that room at the bottom. Back half of the party, you are about to have a fight in your hands. We're gonna stop for a second, and we're gonna go.
We're gonna go to a commercial break.
We're gonna stop for a second. Right there.
We are gonna stop for a second.
Want to give more time to think.
While our DM's away, our commercial break is try Nord Games and use Norse Foundry. And,
yes.
Yes, Norse Foundry.
So Abyssia, you have the, well, I should say Brooke, you have the big responsibility of making the choice that King Argon is going to make in game. So you guys are waiting for 2 mage to appear back with Sparky, and once he gets to Raven's Claw, he's just going to teleport everybody there. Now, what is your decision? How is everybody dividing up?
I just have a quick question before I tell you. What?
Sure.
We know why the gnomes are at war with, just because they're getting invaded. Rhaegar's going to be getting invaded.
Are you asking
why are the gnomes at war?
Raven's Claw's attacking.
That's just that. That's the only reason. That's the only impending attack.
Yeah, the reason is they're being attacked.
Okay. So, my decision is to leave Raphael at Rhaegar with the king, and I would like to send King Argon and Onyx to the Sunken City, and I would like to take 2 mage, Sparky, and myself to Raven's Claw for the first wave.
So you're only leaving Raphael at Rhaegar, just Raphael.
That's all we can afford right now. Maybe 2 mage can go bippity boppity, after a little bit of time, and I don't know what can happen, but right now, yes.
So you want 2 mages to fight 2 wars at once? Do you want instructed?
I want him to fight a 2-front war.
2-front war? Do you literally want him to keep popping back?
We have to decide that right now?
Yeah, King Argon's making the strategy. He's going to fight 3 different places at once. He has 5 heroes.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I would like 2 mage to check it out.
Okay, Abyssia. So Raphael is staying. 2 Mage, Abyssia, and Sparky are going to Raven's Claw, and King Argon and Onyx are going back to Sunken City to fight.
Also, one more question. Are Raphael and Onyx are able to message 2 Mage if they need to? Is that correct?
How far is the message spell, Tom? Or Lee, if anyone knows offhand?
I think they could. Yes, I don't think there's a distance thing. I think it's a planar thing. Like if you're on this plane of existence, I think you can message. I'll double check on that. But I think that's it.
And then you're able to message 2 Mage. So there's somebody at every sector. There's somebody at every location that can message 2 Mage if they need to.
Yeah, there's a wizard in each one, so that works out. They can talk to each other.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so Argon says exactly what you said. That's his orders, and he says, he goes, okay, we will be in communication every few minutes. Communicate your update about what's going on. If it's really bad and we have to teleport back and forth to Mage, perhaps you can bring personnel to other locations if need be. Let us all remember, we just found out what was going on. Of course, we are a bit down and a bit late, but we cannot let Raven get away with this plan of his. In the future, we will be more prepared for this pirate is another breed of man that I've ever faced. So, if there are 1,000 ships here, there's 1,000 ships in Sunken City, and whatever lies ahead of us in Raven's Claw, we will make sure that today we defeat it. We will die trying. Okay, you guys wait for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Finally, teleporting miles at a time, very quickly, 2 Mage appears back. And he comes up. He has a Sparky with him. Sparky like grabs his head. Teleporting is not as fun as I thought. Not too many times.
Oh.
He puts him down. So Raven's Claw is relatively unguarded, I would say. There is no great fleet there. I would say that there is probably about 25, 30 ships around. There's one larger ship in there as well. And it seems that the ships they do have are all circling in the ports. So Argon says, we are going to be sending...
No. Another commercial.
Sending who?
This commercial break is brought to you by Master Monk Dice. They're great. Please use them.
I love rolling my D20, but I wish I had a well-made dice tower that could roll my D20 in an orderly fashion into a well-made dice tray. Is there anything I can use in?
I might. I gotta take all my stuff out.
Tony's back. Tony's back.
We're just making commercials now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I started to do the last time you were out.
Yeah, we're just gonna do commercials for all the sponsors every time.
Hi, I'm Tony from Audio Dungeon. See this die? Do you want to roll 20s every time? Just get Teresa's dice. Teresa's dice. Naturally made to roll natural 20.
Oh man. That's great.
Okay.
So the king was saying something. The king was saying.
So Argon says, he goes, 2 Mage, you will be going back with Sparky and Abyssia to Raven's Claw. See what you can do. If anything goes wrong, alert us with the message spell. Every few minutes, try to keep in contact with both Raphael, who'll be here in Rhaegar to help here, and also Raphael will be finding the time before the battle to try to read through the documents, which I will request from the king. And I and Onyx will go to the Sunken City. Everyone, good luck. 2 Mage, if you could bring us. And King Bellarmine says, if you would be so bold as to allow us to read the contract really quickly. If you want to read a contract now in the middle of a battle? Well, you will find that can read like very fast, like faster. Like imagine if you read here. Okay, we don't have time for this. 2 Mage, let's go. So everybody teleports out, and we now go back to the group. So back half of the group, let's see what you guys are up to. Lump smash the door, hits 3 guards that room, and he busts down the door. Each guard takes total 29 max damage, 27 damage, and 25 damage. So give me another roll, Nash, for Lump. And Lump just runs through and just starts breaking the jaws and faces every guard he sees. I'll roll the guards out and see what happens in a second. Gathard will move to the vault as soon as he can collect his tricorn hat, his scimitar, and his stein of bounded smiting. So Gathard is going to look for that stuff, of course. When you arrive in that room, anybody goes in there, you notice that there are all weapons, armor, and items all over the place. It is just a large mess of stuff, and you don't see anything very easily. I will let everyone roll 2d20. If you roll a natural 20 either of those times, you will find one piece of your gear, and you can choose which piece it is. And everybody that walks in there as well, even if you're one of the other prisoners, do the same thing. Roll d20 twice. If you roll a natural 20, you take 1 gear. If you roll twice, you can take 2 pieces of your gear. What's up, Tom?
Nope. The Ring of Vendaria and my staff are both bound to me. As is I think the spell book is too. Does that help me find any of the stuff?
Not really, especially since magic is kind of
okay, just asking.
Squelched.
Is magic still off in this room? That's a major question I had.
You'd have to try, but you believe so.
So yeah, I'll try because I'm bound to my packed weapon as well. So I'm gonna try to call it to my hand when I enter this room.
Okay, you try to do so, nothing happens, and you're pretty sure that the magic is still having a problem getting through.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. Anybody in the back? If you're doing something else, let me know. Thistle. What do you want to do?
I see the guards coming in my direction.
Yeah. So it's you, Livmore, Gathard, Arky.
Is anybody in front of me? Any friendlies directly in front?
Orlander is there as well. And what's his name is helping you? Volt Raider is helping you.
If I face up the hallway from where the guards are coming, are there any friendlies in front of me?
Yeah, right. Well, Rob, all that group of people I just mentioned are by the 2nd and 3rd murder hole. So they're all in that hallway.
I'm assuming I was between the 2nd and 3rd murder hole as well because I was on my way.
If you throw it into that hallway, then you would be fine as long as the radius of the blast doesn't extend back into you.
Only one way to find out.
Hell yeah!
Such a scientist.
I light it and chuck it.
Okay, so you're
You're
how
stuck
big
in
is this
here
bag?
with us.
You're taking.
Ah.
I do feel like we got before. Here it is.
Ooh, look at that.
Ah.
The graphic system is really fun, and I do like the cross purposes that the device gives you. Anyway, Tony's back. I feel like we're a party of Rorschachs in Watchmen. Like they're stuck in here with all of us, and we're just gonna kill everybody.
Yeah. So, Vin, the bag that you have is the giant bag, correct?
What giant bag?
Like,
they should be small bags. They should be like, if it fits into a cannon, it should be no bigger than like that.
Okay, that's what I need to know. I need to know the size of the bag.
Yeah, it
Okay,
should be like a 1 pound bag at best.
So what do? You have the bag in your hand. What do you do?
I light the wick that's sticking out of it
Okay.
and throw it as far as possible.
Okay, so you throw the whole thing inside. I'm going to equate it to a fireball blast for you. Roll d20 on your throw check. You don't need to roll anything creative here. Just give me a 14 for a roll to do well. But if you roll very, very low,
it's an attack, right? A 14 to an attack with a thrown weapon.
Yes.
Easy. Okay, I rolled a 13. I get a plus like 7 or 8.
Okay.
For thrown weapons.
Okay, so you throw it in the hallway. The guards are right there. We're going to roll to say. Okay, so it hits one guard on the shoulder, ricochets off him. The guards immediately freak out as at their impending fate, and you may now roll fireball damage.
How much would that be?
86.
86.
86, yeah.
That's the way.
All right. We roll a 1. So that's
Just so you know, this was supposed to be like the resurgence of guards coming back after you because they were waiting for you, and no, that's not gonna happen.
14.
Can I start searching through the piles of weapons and stuff?
Yeah. So everyone, you should have rolled your 2d20s to see if you're finding any items of interest. You can take a look. Let me know if you find anything. You need 20.
I do not.
No.
I don't either.
I got the opposite of that, a 1 and a 6.
Yeah.
1 and a 6. You might not even be in the same room. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm having my own riot.
Lee, on a 1d20, not a 1d6.
Oh, yeah.
Vin, what'd you damage?
28.
28. I'm gonna roll, and I rolled a 7 for all the guards just to make it easy. All the guards get blasted, and you hear all the harumph and the clitter clatter of the guards are in the hallway go to nothing.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice. Oh,
Vin,
you
you look-
I love it. I love it.
You see all like smoke just pour out of the room. Arky just hit you in the face, like all the soot and everything else like that. Everyone's just kind of sitting there, and the whole hallway is just filled with all this black powder and everything else. Yeah. So did anyone find any items in that room?
No. Not
Okay.
not anything I was looking for.
So you guys are all in there looking around. Now you've used one round looking for it. Do you want to use another round looking? You'll have to roll a d20 every time.
Yes.
You have to roll 20 on a
Tony.
d20 every time.
Can I just take the biggest sword that I find? I'm just looking
Yeah,
for a
sure.
sword.
Sure.
Okay.
You
But
was
I-
supposed to magic anyway. You had nothing good.
Right.
Got so close. I got a 17 and an 18 the second round of looking.
Yeah, they don't have a
20.
lot of big swords, but there you go. What do you want to take?
The ring.
Okay. Take the Ring of Indaria. Dan, you could take a long sword. There are no two-handed swords in here, but you do find a long sword and a lot of short swords, a lot of scimitars, things like
Hey,
that.
did you roll a 20?
No, he's just grabbing a sword. You can grab any item if you don't care about fighting your stuff.
Oh yeah, I'll just grab 2 real whips instead of bed sheet whips that I have made myself.
You can see
Okay.
Samuel like
Getting a
frantically
little-
looking through the piles of stuff, looking like, "Where's my sword? I need to find my sword." He seems like he is almost like addicted to this sword and needs it back.
Okay, so he just dived himself into the weapons and items and the armor, trying to find something desperately. Anybody else you making rolls, or are you just grabbing something at random? What do you want to do?
I'm searching, still looking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab
Yes, you-
that long sword, and as soon as I get it, I'm gonna find Finn. After that, after I find my sword, I'm gonna go to Finn.
Finn's pretty much near you.
I was
Okay.
looking at my fist going, I'm going to screw some up right now. What's up?
I think you need to speak to Wexel.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Why do you want to talk to Wexel?
Either he's going to help us or I'm going to kill him. That's my mindset right now. I just want to let you know that. That's where he was experimenting on us. He built some kind of unholy monstrosity that's made of wood, I think. So I'm saving this bag of gunpowder to try and fight it if it's behind the door of his laboratory. It's some kind of like
kill him.
right. He drew essence out of the two of us to create some kind of thing.
My essence. I didn't even know I had no essence, and then he done took it.
Exactly.
And Finn, if you're going in there, I'm going in with you. We'll try to get Wexel onto our side. And like you said, if he resists, we're gonna have to kill him and fight that thing. I think we should send as many people as possible back to free the remaining prisoners that are left in their cells.
I agree. Let's do that. Tell them to come in, just like you did. Grab anything we can get, and go and try and free as many people as possible. I like Wexel. He seems like a guy who's just been through a lot, but we don't have a lot of time to mess around with him.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see if we need to unlock his door then leave the keys with everyone else to free the prisoners.
All right.
And we'll give it a shot.
Before you guys do that, I am known as quite a persuasive fellow. I don't know Wexel, particularly well, but I do believe that if somebody were need to, check any charisma in this section, that I would be happy to do that for you.
Well,
All right, come along, Samuel. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't have any of that here between the two of us.
I didn't notice. I'm just yes.
Stock, do you want to take this stuff back to everybody else and lead them in freeing everybody, or what do you think?
My old tribe told me I was real good with words.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, what you asked me? You want me to lead people? Well, not quite known to that, which is kind of what made me think Raven was a little crazy for throwing me in here in the first place. I don't want to be no captain.
All right.
But I'll lead them.
Where's Archie?
Wherever you need them to go.
Let's try and free everybody who's still trapped in those prisons. That's what we're thinking.
Okay, so I rolled at Jonathan Willis's suggestion. I rolled a morale check for the rest of the guards, who definitely might need a morale check, and they rolled very poorly. They rolled a 3. So you can hear the guards pretty much abandoning their spots. You're not sure where they went right now for the next couple of rounds, but you do see that they've left the murder holes, just trying to get out of there, but not before Orlander has attacked one of the guards. Oh no, before I think Orlander had an attack that he was striking one of the guards inside one of those holes. After that, Orlander, you wanted to find leather armor. That's no problem. You got armor. If anyone wants a not something you had on your character, but a common piece of gear, it's definitely in this room, so you could pick it up and add it to your character right now. You're not finding any gold, you're not finding any currency of any type, and again, you need to roll a 20 on a d20, like I saw Onify did, to actually get something that was on your character. Okay? If you want to stay here, though,
grab leather armor. I go and run into the room and grab some armor. Okay.
So you guys just start grabbing a whole bunch of stuff. And again, if you want to stay there and roll, we could go forward. You could just stay there and keep rolling for a 20, and you'll probably find it after a while. It's up to you to use those rounds to do so. You guys will go inside. Okay. Let me know. And the prisoner is on Twitch. Is anybody else in the hallways, or are you guys all going into the room with items? Just write room if you're going into the room, and write items if you're going up to items. Lump, you hear lump inside. Lump basically is kill the 3 guards inside and 4 some other prisoners, and it looks like that is pretty much done very easily. He probably even ate some of the food that was in there. Lump comes inside, and you see he's still he's pretty bloodlusted, and just kind of starts looking for gear to grab, but he looks like he's kind of a little bit out of his mind right now. Okay, and everybody else, I'm reading your stuff right now. I got you. I'm pretty much up to par. What's going?
Hey, I just want to point something out real quick, because I totally forgot. We're at 50 shares, so as we're attacking, don't forget we all get a +1 to our attacks, in addition to the power up too.
Okay.
We're actually like 70 something right
and
now.
I wanted to ask you too, Tony, because we're over 50 shares. When the fans are rolling on Twitch, do they get a +1 also to attacks?
Yeah, okay, yeah. We can apply it to them as well. Okay. No problem.
Good. Darvin.
Lawyer.
Oh. Oh, wow. This is big. I just caught this. So Evan is looking for a Abysseus necklace for her after seeing it, and rolled a natural 20.
Wow. Nice.
What a clutch moment, Evan. So every reason you see him go like this, and he has the amulet in his hand, and he goes, boom! I found a Abysseus necklace. I heard them talking about it.
Wow.
Tahiti goes, damn! Nice.
Oh my god. Thank you, Evan. Holy.
Wow, what a pull. That was amazing. Okay, so you guys are in the room. You're looking through your stuff, trying to find it. To keep things fair and to make it run easily, It's 10:05 right now in real life time. Every minute you can just roll again. You don't have to ask me. You can roll again every minute as long as you're in the room or have access to the room. Okay.
Okay.
And if you find it, you guys can roll on Twitch. You just make your rolls. If you find it, you find it, and like that's it.
I'm very aware of Samuel's obsession with his blade, so I will assist in finding that because we used to be crewmates together back in the
Go
day.
for it.
Oh,
Go for it. If you guys want to make
Very much
another
so.
roll for finding stuff, go for it.
All right.
Zolg, I was going to mention that if you want to go see the Swexil chap, I could definitely go back and rouse the rest of the crew, get them all unlocked, get them all set up with weapons and stuff, and we will meet you back here in a jiffy, I'd say.
If I go in there and talk to that Wexel again, I'm gonna wax the floor with him. Get it?
Well, that's good. That's good. All right.
Oh, that is very funny. Very, very funny. I like
Well, all right. You guys look. We'll go in there, and if we come running back and afraid, then we'll need your help. All right. All right.
Okay, so who's going into the room? The room right to the north of the bottom right room.
I think it's
Okay.
just Hogar and Finn, just like the old
Okay.
days.
Okay, so you guys go into this room, and this is gonna be an interesting time. So everyone else in the background is looking through stuff, and just two of you go into the room. You open the door, and you see most of the room. The items have been cleaned out; they're not there. But what you see on the back half of the room is there's actually a portal open, and you see Wexel is standing there, and Wexel is handing his books to another version of himself.
Oh,
And the version of
No.
the
Two
version
of them. No.
the version of himself looks somewhat older and more composed. And he's just handing the books. He's like, yeah. So like, well, we're gonna use this one, right? Like, does this one important? Will this one be important? Do I need all of them? And he's like, yes, you need all of them. Just bring them all, but relax. Don't worry about it. We're fine. Just follow the steps that I gave you. Okay? Great. He walks. The other one walks through, and this Wexel is sitting there, kind of like biting his nails, looking around. He sees you guys. He goes, "Oh, hey, how's it going? Did you break out yet?"
Wexel,
We're doing it now.
Wow. Yeah.
Are you
Wexel,
gonna help us?
I'm not supposed to. I leave. I'm not supposed to help you.
Wexel, I'm sorry. We left you in the cells
what?
at the Red City. And we shouldn't have done that. We
It's
forgot
fine. Look,
about you.
my whole entire life, people leave me behind. They forget about me. You know, they want me to help them out and do magic for them, and I do what I can. Listen, I'm used to it. There's no problem. I'll get by. I'll survive. You know, so right now, you know, I got all my stuff out of here. I did my part for the Raven. You know, I did my part for you guys. I helped you out. I helped Olin out. I did it. Now there's something for me this time. So I'm gonna get out of here while I can. And you know what? Apparently my own self is helping right now because I found that book, and I guess that meant something because I don't know where I'm going, but apparently it's where I'm supposed to go. I don't know. See what happens.
Can I?
It disappeared.
Oh, back.
Wow.
Did he go through the portal?
Just like that.
Oh,
No,
man.
Wexel, that's my book.
And
Wexel,
that's the secret of
please.
Andaria.
Wexel, that book that you found,
Yeah.
are you gonna give it back to me?
Sorry, I kind of gave it to myself. So
Wexel?
yeah, but I gotta go. But listen, it's important that you guys do well here today. So I was told by me to leave this here for you. So I was looking forward to doing more with it, but I don't know if you can get him to wake up. He'll probably help out. So good luck. And you see the future Wexel come back in. He goes, "Come on, we have to go." Oh, great. I was just saying goodbye to my friend. I was just saying to my friends. Bye, guys. See you later. He runs through the portal.
Watch out! I'm not going through the portal. I'm not doing that.
And the portal's closed. I didn't know if you were. I just gave it a chance.
Not a chance.
You may tell Dan to chop him in half. Because then his future.
What did he leave for us?
Laying down on that bed is this large wooden creature that looks like you can tell right offhand immediately, and you didn't have that great of a shot before, but you see in the cavity of this creature is an ember crystal. It's pretty big. Not for nothing. It's bigger than 100%. It's pretty big, and the whole body of this golem, which is what it is made, what you can tell, of elven wood, of forest wood, the same wood that was made out of the rod. This is definitely from the only place in the whole world it can be, from the woods around Falindor, and the whole elven forest. So this golem is not only made of wood, it's made of the elven wood, completely. Where they got it from, I don't know, unless you were paying attention. 50 experience points, where did it come from?
Did it come from
There you go,
guy
Dan.
Cutting down the trees.
The heist? Yeah.
Yes.
Guys who were stealing them?
Yes. 50 experience points.
All right.
So this huge creature that's probably about probably near the size of Dan is just laying on the bed.
I try and just cast a cantrip in here to see if I can cast magic in the room.
You cast magic in the room and you see the cantrip works.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. How to get this thing? Did he leave anything, any kind of book or anything to indicate how to get this thing up and running?
No.
Son of a gun. All right.
we should
All
have
right.
things
Maybe
about
we
to
should
trap.
bring Arky in here.
Yeah. All right, go get him. I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
I
run out of the room and I find Arky.
I'm going to cast a spell into the crystal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you cast?
I cast. I will cast.
Okay, so you see Shiva walk in.
Sunbeam. It's a seven spell points.
Okay, so you start casting your spell. As you're sitting there, you just see Shiva walk into the room. She sees the golem, and as she looks at the golem and looks at you, she seems to freak out, and she lights the golem on fire with her torch.
No.
This being the golem's biggest weakness, lights the golem on fire and immediately starts going ablaze. And you cast a spell into the crystal. The golem opens his eyes and goes, "Whoa!" and immediately starts burning in agony.
Shiva, I look around for something to put it out. Any kind of curtain, anything heavy that I can put on top of it.
No, there's nothing in the room. He's taking everything out of it.
Son of a gun. I rip off whatever fabric I have on, tunic or what have you, and I try and start putting it out.
Shiva kicks the torch under the bed to get rid of the evidence. Like no one saw you.
Shiva, this thing was going to help us.
Sorry, Tom.
Any kind of water spell?
So Evan hears what's going on. It's just tricky, Evan, because you don't know what's in there, but you're. Well, I guess everybody kind of knows what's in there. You're probably hearing about it. So Evan rushes in, see what's going on, and Evan casts create water. How much water is created from that spell? That's what I need to know. Gafford, hearing the yelling, will run into the room and attempt to help put out the fire. And Hellfar suggests Cone of Cold.
Okay. I have that.
I have Cone of Cold, but I don't know if it's going to do more damage than good. It does 8d8, so... I'll throw a cone of cold out if.
Don't do it.
everybody
You know,
says
we're
it.
in it. We're in it too.
Yeah. Okay.
Gray water is
So,
10 gallons.
Anybody who's trying to cast magic, you notice that magic is able to be cast only in this room.
10 gallons of water on create water.
Yeah, that's what I just read.
That's not nothing.
Okay,
That's a lot.
so he burns for about 30 seconds badly. His whole body is aflame, and he seems to be out of game. Is how I designed it. Even more than normal, he is extra vulnerable to fire. It outweighs other incredible advantages, but he's taking so much damage. The water puts him out, and you see him just sit there, and you're not sure if he's dead or if he's just not talking, and his eyes don't seem to be like lit up anymore or opened or anything.
Shiva, don't do that again. Can anyone mend? Can anyone mend him? I can't do that.
Oh, I'm gone. I have some kind of healing spells though.
All right. I'm gonna try and
Jacques,
juice him up.
okay.
Juice him up again. Jacques, what do you got?
No, I was going to say we have to get out of here. We have to figure out what is this thing, and if we're trying to save it, are we taking it with us? Because what are we doing here? What's the plan?
I think I'm gonna try and power it up and have it kill as many things as possible. I think that's a plan. I don't know what it does, but it's a giant wood golem, and it's made of a lot of magical wood. And Wexel said he left it to help us, and he said that we have to do well here. So, but he didn't want to help, of course, because he's a jerk. I cast, since it worked the first time, I cast Sunbeam on the crystal again. Try and power it up.
Okay, you cast Sunbeam on the crystal. You see that there's some kind of reaction because of the arcane magic hitting the crystal, kind of to trigger something. But this time you see the crystal trigger, but nothing happens.
Shoot. All right. All right. I don't know.
2 prisoners have the mend spell. Apparently, Oni is saying. Let me know who has the mend spell, guys.
Tony, the entire time this is going on, I start checking the dead guards for any type of a dagger, short sword, or keys.
Any weapons or armor that you want that are common, you can absolutely get right now just by taking
what's going on in that room. I'm not even in that room. I just killed all these people and I don't have a weapon, so my instinct is to go and check them for weapons.
Okay,
They're pretty hot.
You find daggers and the rifles on the guards.
Okay, so I take 2 daggers, and do I have any keys?
You do find a few keys. You're pretty sure that these keys will lead to the doors going back, towards where you guys were in the cells.
I'm hoping that there's cell keys. I'm looking for cell keys if possible.
They look like the cell keys in there. Yes.
Okay, so and I take the rings of keys. And is there anybody else coming out of that room, or is that it?
No, that was it.
All right, and I begin to head to that room.
Samuel's gonna head in there as well.
Okay. Samuel, did you find your sword?
So, when I stepped into that other room that I could use magic, can I magically make this sword appear in my hand? So, boom, comes back in my hand. I hold it close. I kiss it, and then I grab a handful of other swords and run back towards the prison cells, probably meeting up with Thistle and being like, "Oh, it's good to know that you're not dead. But yes, let's go free these prisoners."
Okay, so Thistle, Thistle and Samuel, you guys go up top. You go back into the prisoner cells, and you don't see any guards as of right now. But if there are guards in those middle shark tanks, I think as Evan or somebody called them over the roleplay thread, you're not sure if there's any guards in there or not. You can't tell.
Okay, so the first thing I do Because we go in, you go in from the door. That big double door, right? We're going from.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in there, are there any? Those are murder holes looking out. I assume.
There are towards the tables and chairs.
Okay.
You don't see any guards to the tables and chairs.
Are there any people milling about in there? Any prisoners?
No. Nobody's in an open area.
Okay, so I cautiously open up the other door that leads out into the common area.
Okay.
And then which way is the door open? To the left or to the right? Like, would it?
Left.
Okay. So once the door's open, I push it. I stay in the room, but I push it open, like to see.
Okay. Nothing happens.
And I like poke my head out to see if there's anybody in there.
You can't. You don't see anybody. You can't. As far as you can tell, you don't see anybody.
All right.
Nobody in the entire room, or no guards?
You don't see anybody in the room. You can't tell if there are guards or anybody in those center rooms. You can't tell.
All right. So then what I do is, I stay low, and make my way to that door on that first. What's it called? That first murder hole area.
Shark Tank.
Okay, so you make your way over to that room?
Yes. And I want to see if one of the keys opens up said door.
Okay, this is the door in the middle of the room?
Correct. The top one. The one closest to the tables.
Okay. As you get near the door springs open. 2 guards run out, and guards start unleashing and start firing. From the bottom, you see the door jumps open, and guards rush out of there and start firing at you.
How close am I to the?
You're about halfway to that door, so that puts you at about 25 feet away. Okay, so you have 3 attacks on you. I'm pretty sure they all miss. What's your armor class? I'm pretty sure they're misses.
It's a. That's with armor, so 14.
Oh.
Yeah, it's low.
Much higher. Okay, so I have 2 hits on you already. To the murder hole, you have a natural 20 and an unnatural 20. You got 4 hits total. One's a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go. 15 damage, 12 damage. This is the natural 21. This is 20 damage. 6, 9 damage. The guards, I don't know if they've got 1, 10, 20. They're technically okay. I'm gonna give you 2 more shots because they can fire on you. Only one of the hit. 6, 9 damage. So the guards let loose. I'm gonna do it now. Samuel, you're with them. Samuel, what's your armor class?
17. If I was able to pick up armor and a shield, just a random shield from the room.
Yeah. Before, did you picked it up? Did you say you picked up stuff?
Yeah, so like I grabbed a bunch of stuff to bring to these guys, and armor and shield would have been part of that.
Okay. You have 5 hits on you.
Yikes.
9 damage, 8 damage, 10 damage, 11 damage. Last one is 7 damage.
Cool. How many guys are in this room? Was that 4 guys?
There's a lot of guys inside the rooms. You can't tell how many. Only 2 guys jumped out, and a couple of guards jumped out of the room at the bottom. You don't know how many guys are in the room. This is like the first moment you're being ambushed. You're now going to go into initiative round combat, just with me and you 2 guys. You both can roll. I rolled a 19. I'll give them +2, so 21 for me.
I rolled a 1. I'm gonna re-roll that because I can re-roll once, and that is much better.
I got a 9.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I go first in combat anyway because of that feat I have, Tony.
Oh, okay. That's a nice thing to have right now.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we're gonna hold up right there for
Are
a
we
second.
dipping, Thistle?
What happened? What'd you say?
Are we dipping?
I know I am.
Okay, hold on a second, guys. So we're gonna go over to Abyssia. Abyssia, you appear with 2 mage and Sparky on top of one of the walls, and it's an area where there's not really any guards looking at this moment. You see a lot of guards. The walls are kind of thin right now, and a lot of guards are in ships in the port in the middle of the whole city. I'm going to show the port right now so people can kind of get a look at it. And the center of that map is the port I'm speaking of. It's the whole like bay, and there's a lot of ships in that bay right now. You are located on a wall on the bottom of the map, and kind of off to the side where there's no guards in the nearby area. So you can get a pretty clear shot into the bay. You can't quite see the prison, but you kind of get an idea. You know where the prison is, pretty much.
Okay.
Obviously you know the city.
So we're down where it says Ravensport, right? We're on the bottom, right there, at the beginning of
You're on the right side where the wall is.
Okay, I got you. Near the cornfield.
Okay.
Where the hell that was.
You're right. You're on the wall right below that cornfield.
Okay.
Okay. So Two-Mage turns to you and goes, "Do you know where they are in here?"
They're in the prison. I believe I know where the prison is. I can take you there.
Point to it.
Oh God.
I already told you that you know where it is because your character knows the map. You don't know the map maybe, but the character knows the map.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So the prison is in the center of the water. You point to it. He teleports the two of you over to one of the top of the buildings, in the middle, in that little island. Well, not that little island. The big island in the middle on the bottom, and you can now see the prison. You see that there has to be about 10 ships circling the prison, and there are loads of guards all around, all armed, that have taken defensive positions around the entire prison. You have to put it there's at least 400 or 500 guards out there, plus the 10 ships. In the bay is all other ships around the area, and Sparky is just like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do?"
It's okay.
It's not okay. What are we gonna do?
It is. It's all right. We'll be okay. Okay. So, Two-Mage, can you get us closer into the prison, or?
I can teleport us to the roof there, but
Can you make us invisible?
yes, I could.
Okay. Let's get a little that going.
Okay. So he goes.
Okay.
He teleports two of you first. I mean, sorry, invisibility on two of you first. He goes, "Are we teleporting to the roof there? Is that what you want?"
Yes. Well,
Okay,
can we?
here we go.
Yeah. Okay. He can't
Okay.
teleport anywhere else because he doesn't. We can't see into the prison, right?
I cannot see into the prison, no.
Right. Okay. So let's just go to the roof.
Okay, here we go. He places himself on invisible, teleports. Because of his teleportation style, he can actually remain invisible if you really needed to. You guys appear on top of the roof. You're right near the front, basically where the clearest spot you can see.
Okay.
You're standing up there, feeling pretty good about what you did, until you see all of the guards outside look up, aim their guns at you guys, and fire. And you look at each other and you notice that you're not invisible anymore. So that happened.
Okay. But are we still?
You're on top of the roof.
We're there. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you made it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 10 times. What's your armor class?
12. It's one of the best.
Scott, give me Sparky's armor class real quick. Okay, you have a
We
hit.
do have a lion's healing in the totem, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we were gonna
American-
crack that open soon. Huh?
Lion's healing.
That'll change a lot. I'll tell you that much.
7.
Does that heal everybody? Because I think
Yes.
shit's going to get bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna roll the equivalent of 6 shots on you, and because we're dealing with hundreds of bullets, I'm just going to roll them all like natural 20s, which I feel like is merciful instead of me rolling a d20 400 times. So here we go. Here's your damage.
Nice knowing you.
22 damage. 22 damage again. 14 damage. I'll roll a little next one. That's nice. That's 8 damage. 16 damage. And one more. 16 damage. 22, 22, 14, 8, 16, 16.
Oh, wow.
Ow.
I literally have. Let me see.
If it's a number at all, I'm surprised.
Carry the one. It is 12. 12 hit points.
All right.
Name's your armor class.
So I'm
Nothing
like this.
matched.
I'm like this.
Brooke, I know your pain right now because I'm at 16.
High
I wouldn't even
five.
keep mine. I've got like
If that was-
150 of
if
them over
that
here
was
just
my
floating
turn-
around.
If that was my turn, I'd be at exactly 0.
Yeah, I'd be dead by like 20 hit points easy
Yeah.
if that was me. So, like,
Okay.
I picture you as like a cartoon just riddled with holes,
Yeah. Yeah.
just
Swiss
light
cheese.
light coming through. Yeah.
The first scene of RoboCop. Just
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, great.
So I'm checking out Sparky's hit points right now.
Yeah.
Sparky just tries to hide from the bullets. 20, 40, 50, 60. Sparky goes down. So Sparky goes unconscious. He gets riddled with bullets. When he falls down, he kind of falls into you. Two Mage grabs you to teleport. Except you don't teleport. And he looks at you shocked.
Oh no!
We're gonna go down below to the other group. You guys are in the weapon room. You hear outside the biggest firing squad that you've ever heard, just unleashing bullets. You don't know what they're firing at, but they just unleash. It's like a war just erupts outside the building. And you guys are right now outside of Wexel's room and in the item room. And you know that Thistle and Samuel went up to the top of the prison, back to the cells. What do you guys want to do?
Let's
I'm
use
still
blind
searching.
healing.
Yes. Lion's healing.
which
Okay,
group
go
am
for
I
it.
with? I can't remember.
It doesn't matter. You all get healing either way. Oh, you're
Okay.
still you're the bottom right.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Go back to that map so people can see at home.
Is there a window in Wexel's room?
There is a window
There
in
is.
Wexel's room. There is.
I would like to look out that window and see what I see.
Okay, you look outside and you see all the guards are out there behind rocks and different things. They're taking defensive positions, aiming in, and you see ships are like sitting in the harbor with cannons raised and aiming in.
They really don't want us to leave.
What do you
Do we have to roll for that lion's healing?
Yeah, 4d8. So just someone roll for it and everyone gets it. Whoever called for it rolls for it. I think it was you, Dan, right?
Everyone in chat saying that they thought that the people that were just shot were invisible.
They were invisible. No, the problem is they cast invisibility, and then when they arrived, the invisibility was removed.
Ah, got it. Okay, just clarifying for them. Or anything.
Yeah, and Scott Sparky took 71 hit points. He just went down. He just had enough to take him out.
All right, but now
God,
I'm gonna roll. We have 7 plus 1 plus 7 2 plus 5. So that's 20 hit points.
Okay.
We had our
Oh my god.
That's something.
Oh my god.
So what's the total amount?
20.
20. Okay, so everyone gains that no matter where you are. You gain that health.
We don't add our constitution to that, do we?
No, I don't think so. No, you just a 48. Lauren, just so you know, she says Shiva is fighting off the wood golem. That's not happening. The wood golem is laying on the ground. Not the ground, the bed, and he is not conscious. He is only conscious for 1 second, and then never did anything else. You guys have tried to do mending on him. You see the mending is not really working. It does have somewhat of effect to kind of repair some of the wood, but it's almost like as if the mending is not powerful enough to affect the elven forest wood. That is very
Is he
highly
healed from the
enchanted.
lion's healing?
Yes, I guess so. Yes.
Whoa.
You gave him 20.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do his damage. Okay, so I just rolled as if he took a fireball. Times it by 8. I rolled a 6, unfortunately. He took 48. Took 48 damage. Should have healed back. Okay, so we're gonna say this. God.
I was just wondering because before we left, and I told him that magic didn't work there. Would Two Mage still agree to transport?
Yeah, he's not sure about anything. Like you're talking about a detail that was over overseen.
You wouldn't have any clue that there's no magic up in the air. You just think it's like in the prison, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You see the when you cast use the enchantment, the light of the so whoever's around it, which is Liv, maybe no. So Shiva is there. If any of the prisoners, anybody else is around the wood golem, you see the wood golem's eyes light up from the enchantment, but no movement. He's still badly hurt. His whole body is all like blackened, and took a big hit from the fire. But he's alive. No, he's out of unconscious state, which is pretty good.
Better than dead.
Yes. Okay, so you guys buy that room, role play, and let's see what's going on.
Which room?
I run up to where Samuel and Thistle are.
Okay. Gathard, I got your actions. You grab. So Gathard follows you, the Dragonborn, and goes up towards the cell area. Argor chills with Livmora. Gets ready for another attack. It's just waiting. Band 902 is trying to mend one of the other prisoners. Okay, and that's it. Lump is just kind of chilling out, looking through all the stuff.
I'm searching as well.
Still searching? Okay. Could anybody else go up top to the cell area?
Yeah.
As I'm going, I call Lump and I tell Lump we need him there. Lump, come on.
Okay, I'm sure Scott will. Yeah, Scott, it was 20 points of healing. That's correct. And Scott, I imagine that you go up and follow everybody to battle because I can't imagine you not doing that. So Lump is gonna make its way and follow Holgar and Gathard. You guys.
Zog is
am I alone in the room
where
then?
the battle's gonna happen. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's cool.
There's still a few other people there. There's a lot of people there, so there's still other people around.
Where I am?
Yes.
Okay.
And Lee, where are you going? Are you going up top too, or are you staying?
Yeah, I'll go up top as well. As soon as my friend, whom I was just riding on the back of, calls down, I'm gonna follow Lump up there as well.
Okay, so it's gonna take. We're now gonna do 3 rounds with Vinny and Mike, with Thistle and Samuel, and at the end of 3 rounds, you guys will be at the door, in the top right room that's facing into the cell area.
Perfect.
Okay, so Thistle, going back to you. You're top of the lineup. You go first.
Okay, so I immediately take a double move back the way I came, and just bolt back out of the doors.
Can I yell as you're running by? Close the doors.
Okay, so you're running this round. You're moving.
You said I only moved 25 feet in, so that means I can get out of the room and then into the murder hallway, right? I think.
Yes. Yes, you're able to get into the room and back out. I guess the guys, they're all ranged weapons, so they don't go yet until right before you. So okay, so you manage to get into the room. I'm gonna to make this correct. I'm just gonna say the long shots could get like 2 shots, and that's about it.
Why would they get shots on me if it's my turn?
Because when you move into that room, you still have the whole area behind the door that you're still running up. So I imagine they still have a vantage point.
Yeah, but I go before them. Why would they go
Right.
on my turn?
Right, but if you how much what you're moving 50 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you moving?
So I'm gonna go back into the room, right, with a double door. Right.
Right.
I can't make it to the double doorway, right?
Right, which means there's still a vantage point for them to hit you.
Okay, so then I just tuck myself into the right side of that wall. Like I go in through the first door and then tuck to the right so that I'm not in the open airway. Like I keep myself to the wall so that they have to come into the room to shoot me.
Okay, fine. So they start pursuing you. Michael, well, actually they go first before Michael does. So they're firing at you, Michael, which is not a good thing.
So
What's your armor class?
I never said that I left that room. I just wanted to make sure that was.
No,
that
you
was
didn't. You didn't leave yet because you don't go yet because you go on 9. They go on 21.
Yeah. So, but when like I'm still in that little room before the double door, so I'm not like wide open out in the middle of this thing. I didn't really follow Thistle before this whole thing happened. I just wanted to make sure that was made clear.
Okay, so then you'll just get the shots from below. The 3 shots I was going to do, I'm just going to do on you instead of the whole thing. Okay, so we have a 19, we have a 15, and I have a 12. How many hits you got on you?
1 hits.
1 hits. Damage is 10 even.
Cool.
Tony
Okay,
just
so
wants
you got-
to shoot somebody, you know.
So yeah, so all these guards rush up. Some run to the murder hole. You can see them setting up, and a lot of them rush up to the doorway right there. And they're
Which
pretty much
murder hole are you talking about?
There's 4 murder holes on the side wall next to the tables.
Okay.
And a bunch of guards run up from the bottom and running in, and they're basically just trying to like headbutt you. You can tell like they're putting the weapon out basically in a way they're gonna melee attack you when they reach you. Let's do the next round. There's an overwhelming amount of guards that are outside that door. There are guards set up in the murder holes. Vinny's in the bottom right corner. What do you want to do with your turn, Mike?
So are they within melee distance? Like, would I have to disengage before I move in order to not get opportunity attack?
You can still move without an opportunity.
Okay. I'd love to try to make my movement like almost like shove Thistle, because he's a halfling, into this double door room. Just try to get us both thrown into that room, and then have my specter almost charge the people that are trying to come in through the door.
Okay, so you're grabbing Thistle in the corner and you try to toss him into that door.
Yeah, that is my and follow behind him with my movement.
Okay, so Thistle, he's grabbing you. Are you resisting or no? You don't have much time to talk here.
No, because I don't even know what's going on, so I'm just like whatever.
Ragdoll, just.
Yeah, pretty much. At this point, I was just running for my life.
Okay, so you're able to pick him up and just toss him into the room. Is basically what you did. That door is open. Next round they go. Let's say 3 guards. Right? Oh yeah, you go first. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so if I go first, I tuck around that other door like I'm going back into the main hallway.
Okay, so you go around this door and you go down to the door on the bottom, correct?
No, I don't. I stand on the other side of the wall and cover. If anybody comes out, I'm just gonna stab them.
Okay. So they go before Samuel goes. You're gonna have 3 attacks on you.
Would my specter have gone to the door like I informed it to.
Oh yeah, the Spectre is there. Do you want him to attack there, or just kind of like scare them? Is he attacking?
Yeah, so on my turn, I was just trying to get the Spectre to like kind of charge the doorway and, you know, stop the people that are running in. I'm not as concerned about the people that are in the murder holes.
Okay, roll for the Spectre on the guard there.
Rolling an attack.
Yeah, if he's attacking them, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So that is that's a natural 1, baby.
Ooh.
Okay, so he just runs up to try to stop them a little bit. I rolled a 16 from around for the guards. They're not really affected by it. They seem, I'm sure they're disturbed by it, but they're making their way through. They kind of just pass by him on that round. So Vinny darts around the corner to the right, immediately between both doors. We're on round 2 of 3 rounds before we see anybody else. 3 attack through the murder holes. That's a 19, an 8, and a 10. I think it's only 1 hit on you, right?
Is that coming to me?
Yeah, it's coming to you.
Yep, 1 hit.
You have 1 hit. It's only 8 damage.
Cool.
Okay. The guards run in. They're basically right behind you, and because of the distance that you just moved, they're now. It looks like there's about 8 guards or more that are running into those doors, into that bigger room where Vinny is hiding and you're standing. Okay, so that's how they end their round. Michael, you can go. They're basically running at you right now with the butt end. The ones that are close have the butt end of their guns out, like they're about to hit you.
Cool. So I think if I can, full movement back into the hallway, just straight up running and screaming my head off, being like, we need some help in here.
Okay, so you spend your movement rate just running back to the hallway. Yes, you guys hear them yelling, definitely.
All right.
Next top of the lineup is Vinny again. This is round 3. Vin, what do you do?
Did anybody come around that turn, or?
They don't act yet, so not yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Jeez.
How far away are we from getting there, Tony?
You're about to get there.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna hold my turn, right? And as soon as the first 1 or 2 come around, then I'll do my. I'm gonna hold my turn until I see them. I want to get a surprise on them if I can.
Okay, so you can take a surprise on the first 2.
Okay. And at that point, I activate my Thistle's Deadly Daggers. And now they're stuck in here with me.
Nice.
All right. So, is it a surprise attack or no?
Yeah, you got surprised on 2 of them.
Okay. So, that is a 26 on the first.
Hit.
I get my full attack, right? Because so I get 3 attacks. Yes. All right. 28 and a 19.
All hits.
All right, and D4s. Where are my D4s? Because I'm using daggers. So the first one, I'll give you the damage in a second. It's gonna be quite a bit.
I'm gonna come back to you. So, okay, the guards are running in. They're running around the area. The rest of them are gonna be attacking you. Are you okay if I roll that now?
Yeah, good.
Okay. So you stop the first 2. The 6 can't really fit around you too well, so I'm gonna allow 3 to get around you. Natural 1 falls on the floor, gets stampeded by the other one, and I have a 16. That's a hit on you, and he's just hitting you over the head with it. It's gonna hit you for just 6 damage, and the room is filling with the guards pretty quickly. Mike, you go. You meet up in that hallway. You meet everyone else. Holgar, Gathard, Zog.
Is that a hallway that I'm near?
Taurus.
Near the storage
Yes.
room? Yeah. Okay. So I would have ran out to that. Yeah.
Did you say you ran out with them before?
No, I wanted to run out like when I heard the noise, just like on the last round. I was still searching right up to there.
So you can arrive in round 5. That we're in round 3.
Okay.
Okay. So you can role play. You meet everybody in that hallway. You see Lump. You see Hogar. You see Zog. You see Gathard.
I just say, oh, quick! That half-elf chap that died last night. He's about to die again. We have to go save him. But I think it's for real this time.
Tony, how much damage?
And then I just kind of like.
He's a halfling, just so you know.
Oh, halfling. Sorry, I'm a half-elf. He's a halfling. And I just kind of like turn with the party and charge back into the room.
Tony,
Okay.
What'd you say the
16s are AC.
No, what'd you say they hit? Did they hit me for anything or?
I think it was 6.
Right. Well, do you remember what the attack was? Because my armor class went up by 2. I don't know if it matters or not.
19.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
Okay.
Hogar, you rush into the room. Lump is by your side. Scott Weber, you can roll for a Lump. Go for it. Give me 3 rolls and put it together in one message, please.
I see Thistle's alive, and I say, Thistle, you're alive! And just start
That's right, it's the
attacking
first
all
time
the
you've seen
guards.
them. That's funny.
Yeah. How many attacks do I get this round?
So there are 6 guards in here. They're pretty much they had their attention on him, and they're quickly shifting their attention to you. So you can run up and get 1 attack on the first guard.
Tony, you want my damage?
Yeah, Hogar, start your attacks, and go ahead, Vinny.
All right. So the first guy took 6 regular, 2 poison, and 21 backstab. The second guy took 6 regular, 20 poison. I'm sorry, 3 poison and 20 backstab. And then there was only 2 of them, right?
Yes, those are your 2 surprise attacks.
Okay. And then the third attack, if one of them was still alive, it lands on him for 10 more damage.
Yeah, they're
not. Those guys are super dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many they have. I wasn't.
They're not interested in how they die, but they know it's either by poison, by dagger, or by halfling rage. Okay, so you see him, Hogar. When you run through, you see Thistle is literally spider monkeying on these guys. It's going He's like stabbing them. You bring in 2 guards down. You round to the third one. Go for it. What's your attack?
Roll a natural 1, so I'm gonna take a reroll from the totem.
Okay,
I'm
go
gonna
for
take
it.
a reroll. I hit a 16 is their armor class, right?
Yes.
All right, so I just hit 16. So I'm rolling for. That's 6 plus 5. It's 11 damage.
Okay. I don't know if you're using a personal reroll or a general reroll. If it's general, let Rob know. Rob, if you write it down. And Scott Weber is using a reroll for Lump right now.
Yeah, that's from the totem, Rob.
So you got those 2.
Okay, got it.
Okay, is that all your damage? What was it? What was the second attack you just rolled? What was the higher number you just rolled? 16?
16 was the attack, yes.
Okay, and what was the damage?
11.
11 damage. Okay. Everyone else who is with him right now, which I believe is Zog. Michael, you're not gonna be able to attack right now because your round was spent running, talking, and then running back in. Zog, what are you doing?
So you said I wasn't gonna be able to attack. Is that what you just said?
You can attack, yes. No, Michael can't attack because Michael spends
Michael,
round
okay, gotcha.
running and role playing.
Okay, I got it. Well, I come sliding in and I see that their crewmate, whom I was told was dead the night before I arrived, or I think I arrived just as they were like carrying his body out, right? I can't remember. It was like right afterwards. Anyway, I'm gonna use Commander Strike and use my attack action to give Vinny's character Thistle a free attack instead, with a plus D10 added to the damage roll if you hit.
Nice. Okay. So Vinny, you can take
Like,
that roll.
you got him. You got him. You gotta let him corner you like that.
Wait, 25.
That is a hit.
All right, and that is. We rolled a 1 for damage. Damn it! I rolled a 1 again, so that's 5 dagger damage, 3 poison damage, and then 10 more damage for his commanding strike.
Excellent.
Okay, so Scott Weber used another reroll I believe, and he just rolled a 1, unfortunately. Lump comes running in. Lump just gets tossed onto the ground by his own weight. I rolled to see how bad it was. I rolled a natural 20. So I'm going to say he falls to the ground, and he sweeps the leg. He gets the point. By accident, he jumps. He sweeps by accident into the guards, and he knocks 2 of the guards down with them. Gather will throw a dagger at the nearest guard as soon as he sees one attacking fellow teammates. Rolls a 25 for attack, 12 damage to that guard. Perfect. Thank you. And everybody, please do exactly like that. Put all the information into one message, please. That's perfect. 12 damage to the same guard that you hit before, Kolgar, with 11, and that guard goes down. So you see a dagger go into his neck right after you hit him. Who else ran to the room on that? Who's with them right now?
Did I get there yet or not?
No, we're still around 3. Gotcha. Yeah, you're around 5. So we're gonna go up top. We're gonna go up top now. I don't think you're in there, Tom. Are you still back in the room below with where Wexel was?
Yes.
And
I'm seeing.
And Rob also.
Yeah, I'm also holding back there.
All right. I want to see if I can. Now that I'm in this room, if I can use my if I can find my elemental staff that I'm bound to in the other room.
Okay, you can just keep rolling d20 every minute, and until you find it. If you haven't rolled in a while, and you wanted to roll, you can roll like 5 times, say, to make it fair. Rob, what are you doing? Same thing.
I'm just. I mean, there's nothing in particular I would have. Well, can I find my blunderbuss? I'll roll for that.
Okay, so roll 5 times for the previous minutes, and this is basically what you guys are doing the whole time. Against everybody else, we're gonna go up to Abyssia at the top. Abyssia, you see 2 Mage spends his round baffled, trying to teleport because he's never faced that before. He's trying to teleport again, and you see shock in his eyes. I'm gonna roll for him and see if he can pull through. Do you want to? You can allow him to teleport and wait for him, or you can take an action. Sparky is unconscious in your arms right now.
Okay, so I have 3 actions, right? Or 3 attacks. I'm sorry. Okay, never mind.
If you attack, you have 3 attacks.
I want to use my shrieking voice.
Okay.
And with the shrieking voice, I'm going to use my passionate so I can multiply it by 4.
I mean, how many times can you use passion in a day?
Only once, but I didn't use it on the song.
You used it recently for something. What was that on? Do you remember?
The guards outside in the gatehouse.
I thought I didn't use it on.
No, that was the same day. That was
Yeah, that was the first day.
the first day we were here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just can't remember what it was. Okay, so you're shrieking, and what is the distance on shrieking? Did I give you distance there?
No, you didn't.
So it's just by whoever hears you. Okay, so go ahead, go for it.
I can't.
You're not going to really need much, just as long as you don't roll an actual 1.
I can't shriek yet.
Please.
So I would really shriek IRL, but I can't because there's babies.
No, it's okay.
You're going for the team. Wake up the kid.
Give me a whisper shriek. Jesus. That was equally scary in my headset. My
That was
earphone.
So I get a 60.
Yeah, okay. So you do it.
Times 4.
Yeah, we believe you.
Okay.
So you shriek, like you see all the guards start freaking out. And is there a damage there? What damage is it?
Oh, I have to roll, and then it's a +6.
Okay, so what's the damage?
Okay. 25. Is that a 19?
Is that good?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did I just win? Did I win D&D? Tell me.
Did I
win?
win? Did I win like the game?
Let's kill 500 people.
Okay, so you shriek, use your ability, you cash in your passion super ability, and you shriek loudly. The guards immediately, almost all the guards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you roll 1d100. Actually, that's not even really fair enough. I'll roll 2d100, and that's how many guards you just killed because you did just a little bit over their hit points. Well, technically you didn't kill them. They're all unconscious, and they're bleeding from the ears.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
So they don't die, but they do go unconscious.
Wow.
Roll 2, right? You said.
2d100.
200.
2 and 4.
6 guys.
Wait a second.
So
A 90 and a 90 and a 60.
You rolled 90 and
Oh.
60 evenly?
I rolled 2 separate. Am I not supposed to
You,
do
roll, you have to roll 2d10 together, and one is the first number, and the other one is the second number.
that? Okay, never mind. Wait, I'm so confused.
Was
So
you
then
roll
that was
96?
the next person was a 96. Yeah,
96. Okay.
96.
That's
that makes sense.
that's amazing.
That's a good start.
And the second one is
Yeah.
an 88.
88. Wow.
Oh
Wow.
my
should've-
god.
You shouldn't have
Okay, so-
clarified, Tony.
So I'm gonna, yeah.
184.
Brooke, I'm gonna let you roll a morale check for them,
Okay.
and you can roll it twice. Take the lower, which is what you want, and
What am I
minus
rolling?
and minus 3 to it.
What am I
of course.
rolling?
D2, D20.
A D20. Okay. And then a minus 3 to it.
Mine it.
Yeah.
And take the
Yeah.
lower. Take the lower one. The lower roll.
A 6.
Good.
So
Nice.
3. Okay,
And a
so
2. Oh, okay.
And a
So-
2.
oh, a 2. Jesus, negative 1.
Oh my god. So -1.
So you shriek. You guys inside the building hear like this. So this ridiculous like scream everywhere.
Ow, my ears.
Right, do I shatter the
Outside.
crystals? Do I shatter the crystals at all? That's
Ooh.
what I was kind of hoping for,
I
but
think we lost Tony.
That sounds like a roll.
Yeah, it does sound like a roll. Okay, I will give you.
That sounds too cool to not make it happen. Is what that sounds like.
You can roll a d20 twice. If you roll a natural 20 in each of them, you will shatter every crystal in the area because you would have permeated the rock.
can I use a roll at all or no?
You can re-rolls if you want to. Technically, you have a re-roll for each one of those, so you can roll 3 times for each one if you want to use 4 re-rolls. It's up to you.
I have to roll 20 once.
How many Rob? How many re-rolls do you have? Yes.
I have
No,
4
you-
personal rerolls. I have 4 personal.
Oh,
Oh.
there you go. Yeah, you only have to achieve it 20 once. That's it.
Okay.
You only have to roll a natural 20 once. That's, it already sounds impossible.
If I had Teresa's die, it would have been impossible.
Yes, I can roll. It's actually sitting on natural 20 right now, which is funny. It's just ridiculous.
That's where it rests. It just rests.
Yes, it's like natural 20.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a 19!
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna reroll. 1 reroll.
Mhm.
A 19.
Oh.
No, please!
Wait,
It's
but
what-
does
Don't
the
do
re-
this
does
to
the
us.
reroll count? You have to roll once, then roll twice, then you get a reroll. Is that how this works? Like you're rolling with
Yes.
advantage, basically?
She's rolling. She rolls the die, then she rolls re-roll, then she rolls the second one, re-roll.
Okay.
Okay.
But
That's
I'm
her
only
using
how many
4.
but I'm using 4 rerolls?
Well, I don't know how many times you just
could
roll. You
use.
I just rolled twice.
roll twice, so you use 1 re-roll so far.
Okay.
You
If
can
you're gonna roll it-
use 4
Now.
rerolls.
Right.
Right.
So if
you
you're gonna use,
potentially. Right. 'cause-
so do you want to re-roll a second time on the first roll, or no?
I'm okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Every
Yeah.
roll you do in Audio Dungeon has 2 re-rolls if you want max.
Right.
So if you want to, you use the
Oh,
first
I
one,
see.
you failed.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Right. So if you're gonna use another reroll in general, you might as well use it now.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay, good.
Sorry, thank you.
Okay, so now you're on to your second roll. This is a free roll because it's the one you were given.
Okay, gotcha.
Nope. Now it's your choice to use 1 or 2 re-rolls here. And Brooke, have another great moment.
I'm gonna use.
Oh, re-roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna use reroll. Okay.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Okay, here we go. Come on,
One.
baby. Come on, baby.
Won't believe it.
Smash it up with the crystals. Not
Nope.
today, Bob. Not today.
And you got 1 more, right?
Yeah, this is it. And this 20 staring at me right in the face.
It's on
Okay,
there.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Just don't think about it, right, Tony? Just don't think about it.
Yeah, just don't think about it.
Nope. 11.
Nope. So you only kill almost 160 guys. That's it. So
All right, fine.
or you put them unconscious. So all they fall on the ground and they're like shaking, and there's blood coming out of their ears and everything else. It's a terrible scene. The guards around them, which rolled a -1 on morale check, are like, "What? She's a witch! It's a witch!" And they start running and literally jumping into the waters, and every guard is just running, especially when the first ones aren't going, second ones aren't going, everyone starts going, and literally within like 30 seconds, they're all like jumping into the water, swimming out to the ships, even the island, because they don't know how to defend versus whatever you just did. So
Wow.
so that's a big change that I didn't expect, and Two Mage just kind of pokes up, kind of like this. He's like, "Did you get them?"
Yes, I think they're mostly gone. Whoa. Yes.
Oh, so you guys are. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I totally misunderstood this whole situation. I thought they were falling. I thought he like teleported over and then like they fell.
No,
No, he teleported to the roof.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're on the roof.
Yeah. We're on solid ground, dude.
It's a
So we're
really
going to-
long fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going back into the prison, where you're fighting back in that hallway. This hallway apparently is your favorite place to fight things, and right above the hallway in that room, we're on round 4, and we're at top of the lineup. Vin, you go first. Let's see how fast we can do this.
All right, so I'm gonna take my 3 attacks. I'm assuming I got advantage on them because me and Hogar are between them, and I guess Victorious and everybody else. Okay. All right, so that is...
Holgar, you can take your attack.
with
Zod,
advantage?
take your attack.
Tony, what did-
Yes.
The
Everybody
16
make your attacks with advantage. Yes.
I rolled really crappy that one. 16 hits. Okay, good.
Samuel, you can take your attack. Gathard, you can take your attack as well.
18.
Lump, you can take your attack.
All right, so I got.
She was looking out the window, seeing everybody dying. She catches everything looking out. Lives at the center of the murder area, fires, then through the murder holes. Hits 18, 14 damage. Got it. So Livmora fires in, just doing 14 damage to a guard. Wolfie attacks and misses. For the prisoners, they're trying to jump in and help out. Evan is working on the golem inside, trying to bring him back to life. Evan, exactly what are you trying to do? Let me know. What are you trying to infuse, Evan? Let me know what you're trying to do. Lump
I
is
got
going
3
in with
hits,
hits.
Tony.
Lump, if you got a hit, roll damage.
3 hits.
The
total.
mending, guys, the mending on the golem is not enough. It's not working. Let me see your damage, Hogar. Go ahead.
15 damage, 10 damage, 6 damage.
15, 10. So you kill a guy and you apply 6 damage to another one. So you run up with the sword, slash the guy, stab the guy, stab into another guy. Thistle.
20, 23, 24, and 9.
Okay, so you attack 2 guys, and you and Hogar. Hogar stabs the guy in through the chest, and you stab the guy from your height into the back with your blade. You guys finish the guy off together. Between the both of you, you guys kill 5 guys. Zog?
Yeah, 16 AC, right?
Yes.
Still? Okay, all right. Yeah, I landed all 4 attacks, so I nailed them with 7, 7, 8, and 7.
Okay, if you can hold them, that's a kill. Samuel and your Spectre?
Yeah, so I rolled a 20 and a 22.
2 hits.
First damage was 16, second damage was 20 because of my Life Drinker feat that gets an extra +5 necrotic damage. My Spectre also hit with a 19 and it rolled 12 necrotic damage. So 16, 20, 12.
16, 20, 12. Okay, there are 2 deaths in here, and that's actually enough. So you guys wipe out So remember, this is we're playing this over, and it feels like it's hard to tell the time as it goes. But as those guards ran back into the room, it only happened in basically like between 6 and 12 seconds when Vin's character Thistle stabs him, jumps into the one, stabs him. Holgar comes in, hits him. Everyone just rushes back in and just takes him out. So that it really what happens if this was the movie, they just run back into the room and then just meet you guys and get onslaughted, and that turns bad for them. So right now there is actually do me a favor and role play that, guys. Role play.
Thistle, you're alive!
I go give Thistle a big bear hug.
Oh, easy.
What happened to you? I thought you were dead.
Easy. I got a lot of bullets in me right now. I snuck out. What do you think I did? I wasn't sitting there.
You were dead.
I wasn't dead.
Definitely looks dead.
I feel like I'm gonna die though. If you keep squeezing, I'm definitely gonna die.
All right. I'm very happy to see you, Thistle. Oh, thank God you're okay.
Did anybody else hear that really high-pitched sound a second ago?
Yeah, it sounded like a crazy banshee from the wood or something.
Swear to God, it cracked the walls in here.
Yeah, cracked my ears.
Do you think we could start freeing some of these prisoners?
Worth a shot. Last time I went into that room, I got ambushed by about 8 guys. So if anybody else would like to go first, that would be
There's
great.
still more guys on the other side of the wall, Holgar.
All right, I'll lead the way.
Be careful. There's some murder holes in there, and they're gonna shoot through them.
Okay, I'm in much better shape than you are. I'll lead the way.
Morale's got to be pretty low, seeing like 8 of their friends get slaughtered like 6 feet away from them.
And do they see the guys leaving, I wonder? They see the other guys leaving?
Probably not, because they're inside and those guys are outside.
Yeah, there's no windows there.
And would you guys have heard me?
Well, we heard something, but
yeah,
we don't really know what it is.
You've heard it
well,
before, though?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can figure out what it is.
Yeah,
Tony's
it
back
wasn't
ready to
your
ask.
usual journey cover, so we weren't quite sure if it was you.
I've done it before
Okay.
around them, though.
Okay, guys. So you guys clear out the guards in that area. You can see there's guards in the other area, but they seem like they're taking positions back there. But that's up to you if you feel like you have to go back there. Any questions you want to ask me right now? Go for it.
Can I try to persuade these guards to put down their weapons?
So you're gonna yell in the room? Go ahead, go for it. Role play.
I said, you saw what we did to your friends out here. Lay down your weapons. We're just freeing the rest of the prisoners, and then we will leave you with your lives.
The guards, without any real loyalty to Raven, decide to leave. Let Raven die for these prisoners, one shouts to another. They quickly leave. Soon after, the prisoners gain access to all areas of the prison, including a room holding their items.